Oh, sorry about that, folks. Yeah, sorry about that. Let me start over. I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. Good evening, USA International. Yo, good evening, USA International, Canada, Long Island, AK Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, Queens. This is your man and homie, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator. Your host with the most, misunderstood, lonely nomad, unstoppable independent podcaster, um, your host with the most, um, misunderstood, lonely nomad, unstoppable independent podcaster, and of course, Queens, New York native who is also a New York Mets fan from the neck of the woods of Laurelton, Queens, New York. And yes, you're now rocking with me by tuning in, listening, streaming, and watching. Yes, you're watching the full. Let me just give myself a drum roll, man. Yeah, drum roll, please. Come on. Yes, you you're now rocking with me by reaching the 400 episode milestone of Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York Avenue podcast, man. I do apologize for being on mute. I just got a little excited actually. So please forgive me. We're live and direct from StreamYard alongside with YouTube. And of course, if you are a new streamer and a live streaming podcaster, whatever you're doing to create content whatsoever, please feel free to make an account with StreamYard so that way you'll be able to level up and be able to get $10 discount off of it. All right. So yeah, I want to make some noise for myself actually, man. To be honest with you, um, whoever thought that I was going to be able to be able to make it this far, man. Yeah, I wow, this has been an amazing journey, and it's all thanks to you listeners at home for keeping me motivated and being able to, you know, hold it down for me and all that great stuff. So I'm not only proud of myself, but I'm also proud of you, the listeners at home, because y'all deserve all the credit. All right. And the reason I say that is because, I wanted to actually, inspire you all, for those who wanted to start a podcast and stuff, not to give up. Even if you're not making money off of it, it doesn't matter, because you gotta really think about um how you are trying to gain a skill or something. That's one of the reasons why I started. So yeah, there you go right there. Yeah, let me make some noise for myself, man, for reaching the 400 episode milestone, man. Come on. Like I said, I do apologize for being on mute. I didn't realize it, but luckily I just got back to it just in time. Actually, just trying to do a little warm up and stuff. Um, based on how excited I am. So, man, in the meantime, I'm going to give myself a round of applause for the amount of consistency and everything else that I tried to do to, even though I've been going through a lot for the past 10 months of losing my job and all that. So, yeah, to all the listeners out there that was there for me during my downfall and stuff, I appreciate y'all, man, and thank you. If you are new to the YouTube universe and you missed any episodes whatsoever, please feel free to hit that subscribe button along with the along with the notification bell, so you'll be notified on new episodes being uploaded to the YouTube channel page of G Money Stacks 555, so you could be so you could be in the know on when I'm going to be on the air via live stream recording new live stream video podcast episodes. All right. So yeah, leave a like and a comment along with the topics and stuff. And let me know out there for all you that's living in certain parts of Queens, certain areas, certain parts of Queens. How do you feel about the changes to in the Queens bus redesign as far as the bus routes, as far as the bus stop removals, and how it can affect senior citizens, your neighbors, the disabled, especially those on the wheelchairs, um, the walker, all that stuff, man. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I got more bus routes that I want to cover that will be affected by the Queens bus redesign. So, um, so yeah, so yeah, and I got y'all with some transportation news, man. Inspiration of Transy News Magazine, no TV show that got me inspired to create this segment right here, which is the New York Mass Transit Files, man. Let's get it cracking right now with this segment, man. Oops. You're, of course, let's get started. Hold up. Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that. Um, yeah, Let's get started with some trends and news, man. And like I said, I do apologize for being on mute. That's my bad. I wanted to start this so I could actually get caught up with what's going on with the Mets baseball game because I have it on my TV right now. But um, let's get into what's going on with the Bronx Expressway expansion. How a lot of people are pretty upset about this. So let's start there. All right, according to the BX Times, here's what's happening here. A coalition of Bronx residents, environmental advocates, and elected officials gathered Thursday outside a New York State Department of Transportation public meeting to denounce a proposed $900 million plan to repair bridges and expand the Cross Bronx Expressway. Damn, $900 million. Sheesh. Sheesh. That's a crazy ass amount of money. Wow. Wow. Crazy amount of money, man. All right. All right, man. So and I think there's a reason why they are upset. Let's get into the nitty gritty here. The controversial project, which includes building a new highway structure that will widen the highway over the Bronx River and Starlight Park, has sparked fierce opposition from a community already burdened by some of the highest pollution related asthma rates in the country. The group known as the Stop the Cross Bronx Expansion Coalition organized the rally in response to a NYSDOT, which is New York State Department of Transportation, um, plan that critics say would unnecessarily expand infrastructure and harm the area, which would impact the roughly 3,000 public housing residents living nearby. Advocates are urging that the $100 million portion of the plan and earmarked for roadway expansion be redirected towards safer, greener alternatives, specifically option two from the New York State Department of Transportation's own proposals, which calls for standard bridge repairs along with pedestrian and cyclist upgrade. Um, Sidara Sanchez, director of the Bronx River Alliance, urged the state to cancel its plans to expand the roadway. And in quote, she states, "It's unacceptable to consider building another highway structure over the Bronx River and Starlight Park, right through the heart of our communities that already experience some of the worst air pollution in the country," says Sanchez. "We don't need more roads. We need less congestion and cleaner air." Residents argued that um, residents argued that the proposal doubles down on decades of environmental racism and exclusionary urban planning, particularly for residents who live at the um, NYCHA Bronx River houses, which is adjacent to the proposed expansion. Currently, the air pollution from um, the Cross Bronx Expressway is so toxic that those of us who live near Bronx River houses cannot open our windows ever, said Norma Saunders, president of the complex's tenant association. The idea that the state wants to make it wider to add traffic and bring it even closer to our homes is like a death threat. Oh shit. Okay, that sounds like a worse analogy to put it, but that sounds like a worse analogy to put it. But hey, that's how people want to express themselves. Oops, come on. Yeah, that's crazy though, man. And in case anybody's wondering what's going on in the background, I have my air conditioner on because today was a heat wave, and there's going to be a heat wave next week. So hopefully, you folks out there have some water with you, and all that stuff in case you're going to the beach or picnic, whatever it may be, man. I will say this. I will say this though before I continue though. When you know that it's going to be a thunderstorm alongside with rain, please do not hide underneath the tree. Please do not hide underneath the tree. Unlike the 15-year-old kid that actually did that in Central Park. Please do not do that. I just wanted to put it out there for you folks out there. All right. All right, let's continue. Critics also blasted NYSDOT's public engagement process, arguing that the agency conducted limited outreach and few options to participate remotely. Um, Bronx Borough President Vanessa Gibson also criticized the plan, warning that excuse me, that it threatens to repeat those same mistakes by adding more concrete, more traffic, and more harm. Residents and advocates are urging Governor Kathy Hochul and transportation officials to choose a path that prioritizes public health, climate, resiliency, and community voices. We need trees, we need soil, we need native plants and parks, said resident a night cherry. We do not need highway expansions and fake multimodal connectors. All right. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this topic right there. All right. So um let me see. Let me see. Let me see before I get in there. Um yeah, let's talk about what happened in Brooklyn recently. Actually, this was months ago. I'm sorry. I've been saving this actually. So, police are on the hunt for a Brooklyn subway slashing suspect who allegedly attacked a man nodding off on a train on Sunday. According to law enforcement sources, the bloody incident occurred at around 8:40 a.m., which took place on March 9th at the Utica Avenue and Eastern Parkway station on the 4 train. The 31-year-old victim was sitting and sleeping on the train when the brazen brute came up to him and slashed him on the face with an unknown object. It is unclear right now if the perp said anything before committing the terrifying act. They did not know each other, authorities said. After assaulting the man, the perp bailed, fleeing on foot to parts unknown before officers from the 77th Precinct and NYPD Transit District 32 arrived. Meanwhile, EMS brought the victim to NYC Health and NYC Health and Hospitals, um, Kings County in stable condition. Police on Monday released surveillance photos and video of the suspect who remains at large. He is described as having a medium complexion, is approximately 25 to 35 years old, and stands out about 6 feet tall with a thin build. He was last seen wearing a brown hooded jacket, black pants, and red and black sneakers. So far, no arrest. Of course, anyone with information regarding the attack can call Crime Stoppers at 800-577-TIPS for um, for Spanish Latinos out there. You can dial 888-57-PISTA. You can also submit tips online at crimestoppers.nypdonline.org or on X, formerly Twitter, at NYPD Tips. All calls and messages are kept confidential. All right, let's see. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna go into the Queens Bus redesign instead of doing the other topic that I previously had. Yeah, because this Queens Bus redesign thing is very important to everyone that lives in different parts of Queens, actually. So let's start off with the Q28 Bay Terrace and Flushing. The Q28 will remain its existing routing between Bay Terrace and Flushing. The route will have limited stop rush service. I don't know what the hell's rush service means. Along Northern Boulevard, where the Q12 will serve local stops. Um, and yes, proposed connections is for the 7 train, LARR, Q12, Q13, Q15, Q16, Q17, Q20, Q25, Q26, Q27, Q31, Q44 SBS, Q50, Q61, Q65, Q76, and Q90. Average stop spacing currently 719 feet. The proposed is 1,079 feet. This is crazy with all this bus spacing, man. Quote unquote increased bus speeds. Get the fuck out of here, MTA. Anyway, man. All right, so starting with eastbound to Bay Terrace. And of course, um the bus stops that are still standing are 39th Avenue, Union Street, and Northern Boulevard. Connections to the Q12, Q13, Q15, Q16, Q61, Q16, Q20, Q44 SBS buses. Um, so so bus stops that are removed to provide nonstop rush service are Northern Boulevard, Parsons Boulevard, Northern Boulevard, 147th Street, Northern Boulevard, and 149th Street. And of course, the bus stop by Northern Boulevard and 150th Street is still standing. And connection is for the Q15. Okay, so bus stops that are removed for non-rush services are Northern Boulevard, Murray Street, Northern Boulevard, 154th Street, Northern Boulevard, Roosevelt Avenue, and of course, Northern Boulevard, 157th Street. All right, Northern Boulevard, 159th Street, Crow Sharon, Avenue, 166th Street. Hold on. No, 164th Street. Excuse me. Yeah, Northern Boulevard, 159th Street, Crow Sharon Avenue, 164th Street. Bus stops are still standing, and of course, connections to the LARR and Q12. And Crow Sharon Avenue, 166th Street. Bus stop has been taken down. Crocharin Avenue, 168th Street. Bus stop is still standing. Bus stop removed by Crocharin Avenue, 171st Street. And the important bus stops that are kept are Crocharin Avenue, Utopia Parkway, Crocharin Avenue, 192nd Street, Francis Lewis Boulevard, 35th Avenue, and of course Francis Lewis Boulevard, 34th Avenue. Bus stop that's removed is by Francis Lewis Boulevard, 33rd Avenue, and of course, um, Francis Lewis Boulevard, 32nd Road, and 32nd Avenue, 200th Street. Those bus stops are still standing, and of course, obviously, the connection to the Q76. 32nd Avenue, 202nd Street, removed 32nd Avenue and 205th Street, that bus stop is still standing. 32nd Avenue, 208th Street, bus stop has been taken down. 32nd Avenue, Corporal Kennedy Street, along with Corporal Kennedy Street, 28th Road, Corporal Kennedy Street, 26th Avenue, along with Corporal Kennedy Street, 23rd Avenue, and along with 18th Avenue, Corporal Kennedy Street. Bus stops are kept for connections to the QM2, QM32, QM2, QM20, and QM32. Bus stop that is removed is by 211th Street and 18th Avenue, 211th Street, 23rd Avenue. Connections to the QM2, QM20, QM32. Hold on. Hold on. 23rd Street to 212th Street. That bus stop has been taken down. 213th Place and Bay Terrace Shopping Center. That bus stop is still standing for connections to Q13, QM2, QM32, and of course, 23rd Avenue, Bell Boulevard. That bus stop has been taken down. Now, Flushing bound, 23rd Avenue, Bell Boulevard. That bus stop is still standing, along with 211th Street, 23rd Avenue. Connections to the Q13, Q31, QM2, QM32, and of course the QM20. Yeah, so let me see. 18th Avenue, Corporal Kennedy Street, 23rd Avenue, Corporal Kennedy Street, 26th Avenue, Corporal Kennedy Street, 28th Avenue, Corporal Kennedy Street, 32nd Avenue. Bus stops are still standing. 32nd Avenue, Clearview Expressway, Clearview Expressways, East. That bus stop has been removed. I'm not sure what SR is. I think it's Senior. No. No. You know what? I don't know what that SR stands for, but I'll look that up later. Anyway, 32nd Avenue, Clearview Expressway West. That bus stop is still standing. The next one whose bus stop has been taken down is by 32nd Avenue, 204th Street. 32nd Avenue, 201st Street. That bus stop is still standing and kept. 32nd Avenue, Jordan Street. That bus stop is taken down. The bus stops that are kept are Francis Lewis Boulevard, 32nd Avenue, alongside with Francis Lewis Boulevard, 33rd Avenue, connections to the Q76. Francis Lewis Boulevard, 192nd Street. That stop has been removed. Francis Lewis Boulevard, 35th Avenue, along with Crocharin Avenue, 192nd Street, and Crocharin Avenue, Utopia Parkway. Those stops are kept, especially for the Q76 connection. 2 bus stops have been taken down by Crocharin Avenue, 171st Street, Crocharin Avenue, 169th Street. 1 bus stop is kept, and that's by Crocharin Avenue, 168th Street, Crocharin Avenue, 166th Street. Bus stop has been removed. Crocharin Avenue, 163rd Street. That bus stop is kept. Northern Boulevard, 161st Street. That bus stop has been taken down. Northern Boulevard, 159th Street. That bus stop is kept. Northern Boulevard, 157th Street, removed. All 3 bus stops has been removed by Northern Boulevard, 157th Street, Northern Boulevard 154th Street, Northern Boulevard Murray Street. Northern Boulevard 150th Street bus stop is kept for the Q15. And of course, I forgot to mention um, for Criterion Avenue 163rd Street bus stop that is kept for connections to the LARR Q12. And Northern Boulevard 149th Street bus stop has been taken down. And of course, Northern Boulevard to 146th Street and Northern Boulevard, Parsons Boulevard, Northern Boulevard, Bound Street bus stops have been removed. And of course, Union Street and Northern Boulevard and 39th Avenue, Lippman Plaza bus stops are kept, and the connections to the 7 train and the bus routes are still the same. All right, let's go to the Q29 Jackson Heights Glendale. The Q29 will maintain its existing routing between Jackson Heights and Glendale, and of course, proposed connections to the 7 M and R trains: Q11, Q14, Q32, Q33, Q38, Q47, Q52, Q53 SBS buses, Q54, Q55, Q58, Q59, Q60, Q88, and Q98. Average stop spacing currently is 79 feet. Proposed is 1,098 feet. And of course, y'all can look at the schedule for yourselves. I'm not going to go over the schedules actually. So, all right, northbound to Jackson Heights. Here we go. 81st Street, Myrtle Avenue, 78th Avenue, 81st Street, 80th Street, Cooper Avenue, 80th Street, 68th Avenue, 80th Street, Metropolitan Avenue, 80th Street, Jupiter Valley Road, Dry Harbor Road, 64th Road, Dry Harbor Road, Penelope Avenue, and of course Dry Harbor Road, 63rd Avenue. Bus stops are kept for connections to the Q55, Q54, Q38, Q47, Dry Harbor Road, and 83rd Street. That bus stop has been taken down. Dry Harbor Road, 84th Street, Dry Harbor Road, Woodhaven Boulevard, um, Weatherall Street, Queens Boulevard, 59th Avenue bus stops are still standing. Connections to the Q11, QM115, QM24, QM25, QM34, QM10, QM11, QM12, QM40, and QM42, along with the M and R trains, Q14, Q52, Q53 SBS buses, Q59, Q60, Q88, Q98, QM10, QM11, QM12, QM40, QM42, and of course QM63. 90th Street and 57th Avenue bus stop taken down. 90th Street and 56th Avenue is the new bus stop location. And of course, you can transfer to buses like the Q11, Q14, Q52, Q53, SBS buses, Q59, Q60, Q98, QM10, QM11, and QM40. 90th Street and 55th Avenue bus stop is no longer standing. It's been taken down. 90th Street, 53rd Avenue bus stop still standing. 90th Street and 51st Avenue bus stop taken down. 90th Street and 48th Avenue bus stop is still standing for connection to the Q58. Hampton Street, Lamont Avenue bus stop has been taken down. Hampton Street and Whitney Avenue bus stop still standing. And of course, bus stop removed by Hampton Street, Elmhurst Avenue. Hampton Street and Brittany Avenue, and along with 83rd Street, Roosevelt Avenue. Connections to the 7 train, Q32 and Q33. Um, and of course, bus stop has been removed by 82nd Street and Roosevelt Avenue. And now southbound to Glendale. Um, southbound to Glendale. Three other bus stops has been kept by 82nd Street, Roosevelt Avenue, Hampton Street, Baxter Avenue, Hampton Street, Britton Avenue. Hampton Street and Elmhurst Avenue, that stop has been taken down. Um, that stop has been taken down. Um, damn it. Damn it. Hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second, folks. Ooh. Okay, let me try to look for it. Um, um, let me find it. Q29 is where I was at. All right. Where did I leave off? Where the hell did I leave off here? Um, yes, yes, I was at southbound to Glendale. All right, here we go. All right, I talked about 82nd Street and Roosevelt Avenue, along with the other streets, bus stops that are kept, and one stop has been removed. All right, so Hampton Street, Whitney Avenue bus stop is still standing. Hampton Street, 43rd Avenue bus stop removed. Corona Avenue, 91st Place bus stop has been kept. 92nd Street and 48th Avenue, along with 92nd Street, 92nd Street, and 51st Avenue bus stops have been taken down. 92nd Street and 53rd Avenue bus stop is still standing. 92nd Street, 56th Avenue bus stop has been taken down. 57th Avenue along 57th Avenue, 92nd Street, along with Hoffman Drive, 58th Avenue bus stops, and Woodhaven Boulevard, 61st Road bus stops are kept. And of course, the bus route connections um, are still the same, and the subway trains M and R stays the same. Dry Harbor Road and alongside with 85th Street bus stop has been taken down. Dry Harbor Road, along with Caldwell Avenue and Dry Harbor Road, 63rd Avenue bus stops are kept, and the connection to the bus route is still the same. Q47. Dry Harbor Road and Jupiter. Hold on. Juniper Boulevard bus stop has been taken off. Dry Harbor Road and Penelope Avenue and Dry Harbor Road, Furmanville Avenue, 80th Street, Juniper Valley Road, 80th Street, Metropolitan Avenue, 80th Street, 68th Road, 80th Street, Cooper Avenue, 80th Street, and 77th Road. Bus stops are kept for connections to bus routes like the Q47, Q38, Q54, and of course 80th Street and 78th Road bus stop has been removed. 80th Street and Myrtle Avenue bus stop has been kept for connection to the Q55, and 81st Street Myrtle Avenue removed. So yeah, there you go. Now we go to the Q30, which everybody's familiar with. The Q30 will mostly maintain its existing Little Neck routing, except for a minor change near Jamaica. The route will have limited stop rush service from Utopia Parkway, Horace Harding Expressway to Jamaica, where the Q31 will serve local stops. So, what's changed since the proposal final plan? Minor stop balancing, restored existing routing to Little Neck, restored existing frequencies and service spans of Little Neck branch. And of course, proposed connections to subway trains of the E, F, J, and Z trains, LARR, Air Train, JFK, and along with some bus routes. Bus routes includes Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q17, Q20, Q24, Q25, Q26, Q27, Q31, Q36, Q40, Q41, Q42, Q43, Q44 SBS bus, Q45, Q46, Q48, Q54, Q56, Q60, Q65, Q74, Q76, Q77, Q82, Q83, Q84, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q88, Q89, Q110, Q111, Q112, Q113, Q114, and Q115. Average stop spacing currently 835 feet. Proposed is 1,394 feet. That shit is unbelievable. And of course, eastbound to Little Neck. Of course, Archer Avenue, Suffolk Boulevard bus stop has been kept and still standing for connections to subways such as the E, J, and Z trains, LARR, Air Train, JFK, Q1, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q24, Q25, Q40, Q41, Q44, SBS, Q54, Q56, Q60, and Q65 are included. Archer Avenue, 149th Street bus stop has been removed to provide a non-stop rush service. Not sure what that is. Archer Avenue, 158th Street, along with Archer Avenue, Guy Brewer Boulevard, and Archer Avenue, 168th Street. Bus stops are kept for important bus route connections. Actually, yes. So EJZ trains Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q24, Q25, Q41, Q42, Q44, SBS, Q54, Q56, Q65, Q83, Q84, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q110, Q112, and Q115. And of course, Yeah. And of course, obviously Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q41, Q42, Q56, Q83, Q84, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q89, Q110, Q112, and Q115. Um, Archer Avenue and 168th Street bus stop is still standing. Q5, Q4, Q5, Q20, Q42, Q44, SBS, Q83, Q84, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q89, and Q110. Three bus stops has been removed due to new routing. Jamaica Avenue, 168th Street, 170th Street, Jamaica Avenue, Hillside Avenue, Home Lawn Street. 168th Street, Jamaica Avenue, 168th Street, Hillside Avenue is added to the existing bus stop. Q2, Q3, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q36, Q41, Q54, Q56, Q76, Q77, Q82, and Q110. And F train Q1, Q2, Q3, Q17, Q36, Q43, Q76, Q77, Q82, and QM68. Home Lawn Street, Highland Avenue bus stop is still standing. Home Lawn Street, Gothic Drive, Home Lawn Street, Aspen Place, Home Lawn Street, Croydon Road, Home Lawn Street, um, um, Charlie Coat Ridge. Those stops have been removed for rush service. Utopia Parkway, Kildare Road, bus stop has been kept. Utopia Parkway, 80th Drive, removed for nonstop rush service. Utopia Parkway, Union Turnpike, that bus stop is kept for the Q45, Q46, Q48, QM1, QM5, QM7, QM8, QM31, and QM35. Utopia Parkway, 76th Avenue, Utopia Parkway, 75th Avenue. Those stops has been removed for rush service. Archer Avenue, Sutton Boulevard bus stop is kept. And of course, obviously, subway trains, LARR, Air Train, and JFK, and of course, the bus routes. The bus routes includes the Q1, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q24, Q25, Q40, Q41, Q44 SBS bus, Q54, Q56, Q60, and Q65. Archer Avenue, 149th Street, that bus stop has been removed for rush service. And the bus stops that are kept are Archer Avenue, 158th Street, Archer Avenue, Guy R. Brewer Boulevard, Archer Avenue, 168th Street. Those bus stops are kept for connections to subway trains of the EJ and Z train, and also connections to buses of Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q24, Q25, Q41, Q42, Q44 SBS, Q54, Q55, Q65, Q83, Q84, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q110, Q112, and Q115. And of course, yeah, and same buses are included by Archer Avenue and Guy R. Brewer Boulevard, and of course, Archer Avenue, 168th Street, and the same bus routes are included. All right, Jamaica Avenue and 168th Street, along with 170th Street, Jamaica Avenue, Hillside Avenue, Home Lawn Street bus stop removed due to new routing. 168th Street and Jamaica Avenue is added to the existing bus stop, along with 168th Street, and Hillside Avenue added to the existing bus stop. Q2, Q3, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q36, Q41, Q54, Q56, Q76, Q77, Q82, Q110. And same goes with the F train Q1, Q2, Q3, Q17, Q36, Q43, Q76, Q77, and of course Q82 and QM68. Home Street, Highland Avenue bus stop is still standing. And the bus stops that are removed for rush service, Home Street, Gothic Drive, Home Street, Aspen Place, and Home Street, Croydon Road, and Home Street, Charlie Coat Ridge. Utopia Parkway and Kildare Road bus stop is kept. Utopia Parkway, 80th Drive removed for rush service. Utopia Parkway Union Turnpike bus stop has been kept for connections for the Q45, Q46, Q48, QM1, QM5, QM7, QM8, QM31, QM35. Utopia Parkway, 76th Avenue, and along with Utopia Parkway, 75th Avenue bus stops has been taken down for rush service. Utopia Parkway, 73rd Avenue has been kept. Utopia Parkway, Jewel Avenue, Utopia Parkway, 69th Avenue, Utopia Parkway, 67th Avenue, Utopia Parkway, 65th Avenue bus stops has been removed for non-stop rush service. Utopia Parkway, Horace Harding Expressway, 183rd Street bus stops are kept for the Q17, Q74, Q88, Q17, Q31, Q74, Q88. Horace Harding bus stop removed by Horace Harding and 186th Street. Horace Harding Expressway and 188th Street bus stop is kept for, of course, connections to the Q17, Q45, Q88, QM1, QM5, QM7, QM31. Horace Harding Expressway, 190th Street has been removed. Horace Harding Expressway, 194th Street bus stop is still standing. Horace Harding Expressway, Peck Avenue bus stop has been taken down. Horace Harding Expressway, Francis Lewis Boulevard has been kept for Q76 bus connection. Horace Harding Expressway, Oceania Street bus stop has been kept. Horace Harding Expressway, 211th Street bus stop has been taken down. Horace Harding Expressway, 214th Street bus stop has been kept. Bus stop removed by Horace Harding Expressway, Bell Boulevard. The bus stop that is kept by Horace Harding Expressway to 18th Street and for connections to the Q74 bus. Springfield Boulevard, Horace Harding Expressway North has been removed due to new routing, along with Springfield Boulevard, 58th Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, 56th Avenue, 223rd Street. Due to new routing. Okay, so Horace Harding Expressway, Springfield Boulevard, bus stop has been kept for Q27, QM5, QM8, QM35. Horace Harding Expressway, 224 bus stop has been removed. Horace Harding Expressway, Cloverdale Boulevard, kept. Horace Harding Expressway has, and along with 231st Street has been kept. It has been wait a minute. Yo, the MTA made a fucking error. The MTA made a fucking error right there, man. Like, which one is it? Is it removed or is it kept? Anyway, Douglaston Parkway, 65th Avenue Bus stop has been kept. Douglaston Parkway, Douglaston Plaza bus stop is kept. Horace Harding Expressway, Douglaston Parkway removed due to new routing. Horace Harding Expressway, 244th Street bus stop has been kept. Horace Harding Expressway, 246 Crest. Um, Horace Harding Expressway 246 Place bus stop has been removed. Horace Harding Expressway Marathon Parkway has been kept. Horace Harding Expressway 251st Street bus stop taken down. Horace Harding Expressway 254th Street along with Nassau Boulevard Little Neck Parkway bus stops have been kept. And of course, the connections to the QM5, QM8, QM35, Q36, QM5, QM8, and QM35. And yes, westbound to Jamaica, Nassau Boulevard, Little Neck Parkway bus stop is kept. I already mentioned the bus routes already. Horace Harding Expressway, 254th Street, bus stop taken down. Horace Harding Expressway, 252nd Street, that bus stop is still standing. Horace Harding Expressway, 251st Place, bus stop taken down. Horace Harding Expressway, Marathon Parkway, kept. Horace Harding Expressway, 248th Street, taken down. Douglaston Parkway, 61st Avenue, Douglaston Parkway, 65th Avenue, bus stop has been kept. West Alley Road and 233rd Street bus stop has been taken down. Horace Harding Expressway, East Hampton Boulevard bus stop has been kept for QM5, QM8, and QM35. Horace Harding Expressway, 229th Street, that bus stop has been taken down. Horace Harding Expressway, Cloverdale Boulevard, along with Horace Harding Expressway, Springfield Boulevard, bus stops are kept. Q27, QM5, QM8, and QM35. QM35. Yes. Horace Harding Expressway to 18th Street bus stop has been kept. Horace Harding Expressway, Bell Boulevard bus stop taken down. Horace Harding Expressway 213th Street. That bus stop is kept. And yeah. Horace Harding Expressway 211th Street bus stop taken down. Horace Harding Expressway Oceania bus stop has been kept. Oceania Street. Horace Harding Expressway 207th Street along with Horace Harding Expressway 202nd Street bus stop has been taken down. Horace Harding Expressway Francis Lewis Boulevard bus stop is kept for Q26. Kept for connections to the Q26 and Q76. Horace Harding Expressway, 197th Street bus stop has been taken down. Horace Harding Expressway, Peck Avenue, that bus stop is kept. Bus stop that's removed is Horace Harding Expressway, 185th Street. The bus stops that are kept and still standing are Horace Harding Expressway, 183rd Street, Utopia Parkway, Horace Harding Expressway. For connections to the Q17, Q31, Q74, Q88, and for the other street, Q17, Q74, and Q88. And the rest are still the same. The rest are still the same. And the rest are still the same. Some of the bus stops have been removed due to new routing. That's for the Q30 bus going westbound to Jamaica, Queens. Now, the Q31 Utopia Parkway service between Bay Terrace and Jamaica. So the Q31 will be rerouted to serve more of Bell Boulevard, terminating at the Bay Terrace Shopping Center, which is so corny. So fucking corny. Alternative service in the discontinued area will be provided by the Q16, Q28, and Q76. In Jamaica, Bay Terrace bound buses will travel on Archer Avenue instead of Jamaica Avenue. Why? Why? Why would you do that shit? School trips to Bayside High School will be maintained. Yes. That's a very important spot right there, man. Very important. Very important. Minor stop balancing existing service along 47 and 48th Avenues and Bell Boulevard restored and extended north to the Bay Terrace Shopping Center. Okay. Okay. Average stop spacing currently is 762 feet. Proposed is 1,163 feet. And of course, obviously connections to the E, F, J, Z trains, LIRR air train, JFK. And connections to the Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q12, Q13, Q17, Q20, Q24, Q25, Q26, Q27, Q28, Q30, Q36, Q40, Q41, Q42, Q43, Q44, SBS, Q45, Q46, Q48, Q54, Q56, Q60, Q65, Q74, Q75, Q76, Q77, Q82, Q83, Q84, Q85, Q86, Q87, 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 Q88, Q89, Q110, Q111, Q112, Q113, Q114, and Q115. All right. Northbound to Bay Terrace on the Q31. Listen to this. Archer Avenue, Suffolk Boulevard, Archer Avenue, 158th Street, Archer Avenue, Guy R. Brewer Boulevard, Archer Avenue, 168th Street has been kept and is still standing. Give me 1 second. Yes, the bus stops are still standing for connections for the EJZ LARR air train to J Q1, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q24, Q25, Q40, Q41, Q44 SBS bus, Q54, Q56, Q60, and Q65. And of course, for Archer Avenue and 158th Street, connections to the EJZ, Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q24, Q25, Q41, Q42, Q44, SBS bus, Q54, Q56, Q65, Q83, Q84, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q110, Q111, and Q115. And of course, obviously, Archer Avenue and Guy R. Brewer Boulevard, Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q41, Q42, Q56, Q83, Q84, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q89, Q110, Q112, and Q115. And of course, the same goes with Archer Avenue, 168th Street, with the bus stop being kept. Q4, Q5, Q20, Q42, Q44 SBS bus, Q83, Q84, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q89, and Q110. And the bus stops that's been removed due to new routing are Jamaica Avenue, 168th Street, 170th Street, Jamaica Avenue, Hillside Avenue, Home Lawn Street. And of course, added to the existing bus stops are 168th Street, Jamaica Avenue, and 168th Street, Hillside Avenue. And of course, connections to the Q2, Q3, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q36, Q41, Q54, Q56, Q76, Q77, Q82, Q111, F train, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q17, Q36, Q43, Q76, Q77, Q82, and QM68. And and of course, another bus stop that is kept is Home Lawn Street, Highland Avenue. Um, Home Lawn Street, Gothic Drive bus stop has been taken down. Home Lawn Street, Aspen Place, kept. Home Lawn Street, Croydon Road, taken down. Home Lawn Street, Charlie Coat Ridge, Utopia Parkway, Kildare Road, bus stops still standing. Utopia Parkway, 80th Drive bus stop taken down. Utopia Parkway, Union Turnpike, that bus stop is kept for Q45, Q46, Q48, QM1, QM5, QM7, QM8, QM31, and QM35. Utopia Parkway, 76th Avenue, bus stop removed. Utopia Parkway, 75th Avenue, along with Utopia Parkway, 73rd Avenue, bus stops are kept. Connections to the Q30 and Q75. Utopia Parkway, Jewel Avenue, bus stop taken down. Utopia Parkway, 69th Avenue, bus stop is kept. Utopia Parkway, 67th Avenue, bus stop taken down. Utopia Parkway, 65th Avenue, along with Utopia Parkway, Horace Harding Expressway, Utopia Parkway, 58th Avenue bus stops are kept. 4 connections to the Q30, Q75, Q17, Q74, Q88, Q30, Q75. Utopia Parkway, 56th Avenue bus stop has been taken down. Utopia Parkway, 50th Avenue bus stop is kept. Utopia Parkway, Underhill Avenue bus stop taken down. Utopia Parkway, 48th Avenue bus stop kept. Utopia Parkway, 47th Avenue taken down. Utopia Parkway, Hollis Court Boulevard, that bus stop is kept for connections to the Q26 and Q27. Hollis Court Boulevard, 190th Street bus stop has been taken down. 47th Avenue, 193rd Street bus stop is kept for the Q26 connection. 47th Avenue, 195th Street bus stop has been removed. 47th Avenue, 197th Street, along with 47th Avenue, Francis Lewis Boulevard bus stops are kept for the Q76 connection. Rocky Hill Road, 202nd Street bus stop has been taken down. Rocky Hill Road, 203rd Street bus stop is still standing. 48th Avenue, 206th Street bus stop has been taken down. 48th Avenue, 208th Street bus stop has been kept. 208th Street and 48th Avenue bus stop is kept. 48th Avenue, 211th Street bus stop has been taken down. 48th Avenue, Bell Boulevard, along with Bell Boulevard, 46th Avenue, Bell Boulevard, Northern Boulevard, and of course, Bell Boulevard and 42nd Avenue bus stops are kept. Connections to the Q12 and Q13 and the LIRR. Bell Boulevard and 40th Avenue bus stop taken down. Bell Boulevard, 38th Avenue bus stop is kept. Bell Boulevard, 36th Avenue bus stop has been taken down. Bell Boulevard, 35th Avenue bus stop has been kept. And bus stops that are removed due to new routing and, of course, added to the existing bus stops are Corporal Kennedy Street, 33rd Avenue, Corporal Kennedy Street, 32nd Avenue, 31st Avenue, Clearview Expressway East, 32nd Avenue, Clearview Expressway West. Um, 32nd Avenue, 204th Street, 32nd Avenue, 201st Street, 32nd Avenue, Jordan Street, Francis Lewis Boulevard, 172nd Street, Francis Lewis Boulevard, 28th Avenue, Francis Lewis Boulevard, 27th Avenue. And the ones that are added to the existing bus stop are Bell Boulevard, 33rd Road, Bell Boulevard, 32nd Avenue, Bell Boulevard, 28th Avenue, Bell Boulevard, 24th Avenue, 23rd Avenue, Bell Boulevard. Connections to the Q28, Q13, Q28, QM2, and QM32. All right. Hang on a second. Now you're talking southbound to Jamaica. Let me see. Southbound to Jamaica, 213th Place, Bay Terrace Shopping Center, along with Bell Boulevard, 24th Avenue, Bell Boulevard, 28th Avenue, and along with Bell Boulevard, 32nd Avenue, Bell Boulevard, 33rd Avenue, has been added to the existing bus stop for connections to the Q13, QM2, QM32, and Q28. The rest, the rest, um, the rest have been there's the rest has been let me see. So 32nd Avenue, Clearview Expressway, 32nd Avenue, 204th Street, and of course 32nd Avenue, Jordan Street has been taken. Those bus stops has been taken down. 32nd Avenue, Francis Lewis Boulevard, along with 32nd Avenue, 200th Street, 32nd Avenue, 202nd Street, 32nd Avenue, 201st Street, 33rd Avenue, 208th Street, 32nd Avenue, Corporal Kennedy Street, 33rd Avenue, Corporal Kennedy Street, 35th Avenue, 212th Street. Bus stops has been removed due to new routing. All right, and the rest, the rest, like I said, the rest I just said. I think the rest. No. This is different. Um, this is different. Bell Boulevard and 35th Avenue bus stop has been kept. Bell Boulevard, 38th Avenue, has the bus stop has been taken down. And of course, bus stops that are still standing for connections to the LIRR are Bell Boulevard and 39th Avenue, Bell Boulevard and 41st Avenue. Um, Bell Boulevard, 43rd Avenue bus stop has been removed. Bell Boulevard and Northern Boulevard, along with Bell Boulevard, 46th Avenue, 48th Avenue, Bell Boulevard bus stops are kept. Connection to the Q12. 48th Avenue to 12th Street bus stop has been taken down. 48th Avenue and Oceania Street. That bus stop is kept. 48th Avenue, 207th Street bus stop has been taken down. Rocky Hill Road and Clearview Expressway, Rocky Hill Road, 202nd Street. Um, Rocky Hill Road, Clearview Expressway bus stop is kept. Rocky Hill Road, 202nd Street bus stop taken down. 47th Avenue, Francis Lewis Boulevard is kept for the Q76 connection. 47th Avenue, 197th Street bus stop has been taken down. 47th Avenue, 196th Street bus stop kept. 47th Avenue, 193rd Street bus stop is taken down. Hollis Court Boulevard, 190th Street, along with Utopia Parkway, Ashby Avenue, Utopia Parkway, 47th Avenue bus stops are kept for Q26 and Q27. Utopia Parkway, Fairchild Avenue bus stop has been taken down. Utopia Boulevard and Pigeon Meadow Road bus stop has been kept. Utopia Parkway, Peck Avenue bus stop has been removed. And Utopia Parkway, 50th Avenue, that bus stop is kept. Utopia Parkway, 56th Avenue, bus stop has been removed. Utopia Parkway, Booth Memorial Avenue, along with Utopia Parkway, Horace Harding Expressway, Utopia Parkway, 65th Avenue. Bus stops are kept and still standing for connections of the Q17, Q30, Q74, Q75, Q88. And of course, Q17, Q74, and Q88. Utopia Parkway, 67th Avenue bus stop has been taken down. Utopia Parkway and 69th Avenue, along with Utopia Parkway, Jewel Avenue, bus stop has been taken down. Utopia Parkway, 73rd Avenue, along 73rd Avenue has bus stop has been removed. Taken down. Removed, yes. Utopia Parkway, 75th Avenue bus stop has been kept. Utopia Parkway, 76th Avenue bus stop taken down. Utopia Parkway, Union Turnpike, that bus stop is kept. Very important for connections to the Q45, Q46, Q48, QM1, QM5, QM7, QM8, QM31, and QM35. Utopia Parkway, 80th Road, bus stop taken down. Utopia Parkway, Stadium Road, along with Utopia Parkway, St. John's University, Home Lawn Street, 173rd Street, Home Lawn Street, 84th Street, 84th Road. Those bus stops are kept, especially for the connection to the Q30 and Q75. And it's very important that that bus stop is kept because there are students that go to St. John's University. Very important, and I'm glad that they kept that bus stop there. Home Lawn Street, Gotham Drive bus stop has been taken down. Home Lawn Street, Highland Avenue bus stop has been kept for the Q1, Q17, Q30, Q43, and Q75. And the new routing bus stops on 169th Street, Hillside Avenue, 169th Street, 89th Avenue, 169th Street, Jamaica Avenue. Yes. Bus stops removed for new routing. Hillside Avenue, 169th Street, Merritt Boulevard, and 90th Avenue has been added to the existing bus stop, which is for the F train, Q2, Q3, Q36, Q76, Q77, Q82, Q2, Q3, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q17, Q36, Q41, Q54, Q56, Q77, Q76, Q77, Q82, and Q110. Jamaica Avenue and Merritt Boulevard are removed due to new routing. Jamaica Avenue and 162nd Street, that bus stop is kept for the Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q25, Q41, Q42, Q54, Q56, Q65, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q89, Q110, Q110, Q111, Q112, Q113, Q114, and Q115. Jamaica Avenue and Parsons Boulevard removed to improve speed and reliability. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Jamaica Avenue and 150th Street, along with Jamaica Avenue and Suffolk Boulevard bus stops has been kept. Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q24, Q25, Q30, Q44, Q42, Q44, SBS, Q65, Q75, Q83, Q84, Q112, Q115. Connections also to the subway trains, E, J, and Z trains, LIRR, Air Train, JFK, and you know the rest of the bus routes I already mentioned before. Archer Avenue and Suffolk Boulevard bus stop has been removed to speed and reliability. Come on, man. kind of shit is that? Anyway, Q32, Jackson Heights and Penn Station. The Q32 will mostly maintain its existing routing except for a minor change approaching the Queensboro Bridge to avoid congestion. Oh Lord. The things that the MTA is doing is so crazy and so fucked up. All right, so the connection proposed by subway trains of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 B, D, F, M, E, N, G, R, W, and S trains. LARR, B24, M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, M6, M15, M15 SBS, M20, M31, M34 SBS, M34A SBS, M42, M50, M55, M57, M101, M102, M103. Q18, Q29, Q33, Q39, Q47, Q49, Q53 SBS bus, Q60, Q63, Q66, Q69, Q70 SBS bus, Q100, Q111, Q101, and Q102 and Q104. All right, let's go to eastbound to Jackson Heights. 2 bus stops are kept by West 32nd Street, 7th Avenue, West 32nd Street, Broadway. East 32nd Street, 5th Avenue bus stop has been removed. Of course, obviously, connections to 1, 2, 3 subway trains, M5, M7, M20, M34 SBS, M34A SBS buses, and M55, BD, FM, NGR, W trains, M1, M2, M3, M5, M7, M34, M34A SBS buses, M55, QM1, QM2, QM4, QM5, QM6, QM10, QM12, QM13, QM16, QM17, QM18, QM20, and QM24. Yeah. Madison Avenue, East 32nd Street. That bus stop is kept for connection to the 6th train. That stop's been kept for the 6th train. And I don't have to mention the bus stops. I already mentioned the bus stops. Well, actually, there's this. Yeah, so there's the M1, M2, M3, M5, M34, M34A SBS buses, M30, M55, QM1, QM2, QM4, QM5, QM6, QM10, QM12, QM15, QM16, QM17, QM18, QM20, QM21, QM24, QM63, QM64. All right. Madison Avenue, East 34th Street bus stop has been taken down. Madison Avenue, East 38th Street bus stops kept. For connections to the M1, M2, M5, M55, QM21, QM63, QM64, and QM68. Madison Avenue, East 40th Street bus stop removed to improve speed and reliability. Madison Avenue, East 42nd Street is kept for the S train, M1, M2, M5, M42, M55, the QM21, QM63, QM64, and QM68. Madison Avenue, 45th Street bus stop has been taken down. Madison Avenue, East 47th Street That bus stop is kept. And of course, the same bus routes that I just mentioned stays the same. Madison Avenue, East 49th Street bus stop has been taken down. The bus stop that is kept is by Madison Avenue, East 52nd Street. Madison Avenue, 55th Street bus stop has been taken down. Madison Avenue, East 57th Street, East 59th Street, Madison Avenue, East 59th Street, Lexington Avenue bus stops have been kept. For the connections to the bus routes of the M1, M2, M5, M31, M57, QM1, QM2, QM4, QM5, QM6, QM10, QM12, QM15, QM16, QM17, QM18, QM21, QM24, QM20 included. And it's the same bus routes, 4, 5, 6, and RW trains, and of course the 31, the same bus routes, um, same bus routes. Okay, East 59th Street, 3rd Avenue, southwest corner has been removed, has been taken down. That bus stop has been taken down. Okay. East 59th Street, 3rd Avenue, mid block, along with Queens Plaza, South 28th Street, Queens Boulevard, Skillman Avenue, Queens Boulevard, 35th Street, Queens Boulevard, 38th Street, Queens Boulevard, 41st Street, Queens Boulevard, 44th Street, Queens Boulevard, 46th Street bus stops are still standing. Connections to the M15 SBS bus, M31, M57, M101, M102, M103, Q60, QM15, QM16, QM17, QM18, QM21, QM63, QM64, QM68. Subway trains includes NW7, E, M, and R trains, Q39, Q63, Q66, Q69, Q100, Q101, and Q102. Q39, 7 train, B24, Q104, Q60, Q80, LARR, Q18, Q53, SBS, and Q70 SBS buses. Same goes for Roosevelt Avenue, 63rd Street, 7 train LARR, 50, Q53, and Q70 SBS buses. And of course, 7 train EFMR, Q33, Q47, Q49, Q53, and Q70 buses are still standing. Roosevelt Avenue and 78th Street bus stop is kept. Yeah. So there you go. Oh, Roosevelt Avenue, 49th Street, that bus stop is removed. Roosevelt Avenue, 51st Street bus stop has been kept. Roosevelt Avenue, 53rd Street, taken down. Roosevelt Avenue, 56th Street, kept. Roosevelt Avenue, removed. Roosevelt Avenue, 61st Street, kept. Roosevelt Avenue, 63rd Street, kept. Roosevelt Avenue, 65th Place, removed. Roosevelt Avenue, 69th Street, kept. Roosevelt Avenue, 72nd Street, taken down. Roosevelt Avenue, 71st Street, kept. Roosevelt Avenue, 78th Street, kept. Roosevelt Avenue, 80th Street, taken down. 81st Street, Roosevelt Avenue, along with 81st Street, 37th Avenue, Bus stops are kept for um, the the, um, the 7 train, Q29, Q33, of course, Q33 and Q49. 81st Street, 35th Avenue on the southeast corner has been removed. 81st Street and 35th Avenue southeast corner, no, excuse me, northeast corner is the new stop location for the Q33 and Q49. 81st Street and 34th Avenue, along with 81st Street and Northern Boulevard bus stops are kept for the Q33, Q63, and Q66. And I believe, let me see. Hold on. Hold on. Westbound to Penn Station. Westbound to Penn Station. Okay, so 82nd Street, Northern Boulevard, along with 82nd Street, 34th Avenue, and 82nd Street, 35th Avenue, 82nd Street, and 37th Avenue bus stops are kept. Roosevelt Avenue, 82nd has been kept for Q63, Q66, Q33, Q49, 7 train, and Roosevelt Avenue, 78th Street bus stop has been kept. The one by 80th Street and Roosevelt Avenue has been removed. The bus stop is taken down. The rest are a mixture of bus stops being removed and new stop location. New stop location I should mention is the Queens Boulevard 39th Street instead of Queens Boulevard 38th Street. That bus stop has been removed. And yes, I should mention let me see. Roosevelt Avenue, 74th Street, that bus stop is kept. Roosevelt Avenue, 72nd Street, bus stop removed. Roosevelt Avenue, 69th Street, bus stop has been kept for the 7 train. Roosevelt Avenue, 67th Street, bus stop has been removed. Roosevelt Avenue, 64th Street, bus stop has been kept. Roosevelt Avenue, 61st Street, bus stops are kept. Roosevelt Avenue, 58th Street, bus stop taken down. Roosevelt Avenue, Skillman Avenue, bus stop has been kept. Roosevelt Avenue, 54th Street bus stop has been taken down. The new stop location is Roosevelt Avenue and Roosevelt Avenue, 52nd Street, new stop location. And Queens Boulevard, no, hold on, Roosevelt Avenue, 51st Street, that bus stop has been removed. Queens Boulevard, 48th Street, Queens Boulevard, 45th Street, Queens Boulevard, 41st Street bus stops has been kept for connections to the B24 and Q104 alongside with 7 trains. Queens Boulevard Place, that stop has been removed for the new stop location for the Queens Boulevard 39th Street bus stop location for the 7 train. And let me see. Queens Boulevard 38th Street bus stop has been removed. Queens Boulevard 31st Street bus stop is kept. Queens Boulevard 33rd Street bus stop taken down. Queens Boulevard Skillman Avenue is kept. Queens Boulevard Northern Boulevard bus stop is kept for connections to the EMR trains Q39, Q63, Q66, Q69, Q100, Q101, and Q102. And new routing bus stops that's been removed because of new routing are Queens Boulevard North 29th Street, North 27th Street, East 60th Street, 2nd Avenue, East 60th Street, Lexington Avenue, East 60th Street, Madison Avenue, Fifth Avenue, West 58th Street. Those stops are kept. Of course, obviously, 456 NRW trains. M101, M102, M103, QM2, QM20, NRW, M1, M2, M3, M4, QM2, QM20, NRW subway trains. M1, M2, M3, M4, M31, M57, QM1, QM2, QM4, QM5, QM6, QM10, QM12, QM15, QM16, QM17, QM18, QM20, and QM24. Next stop, 55th, 5th Avenue and West 55th Street, bus stop removed. The rest is kept. The one stop that is kept is 5th Avenue and West 52nd Street. The rest is a mixture of bus stop removals and one that is added to the existing bus stop is 5th Avenue and West 47th Street. E and M trains M2, M3, M5, M50, M1, M4, M50, QM21. 5th Avenue, West 41st Street, bus stop kept for the 7 train, S train. M2, M3, M5, M42, QM63, QM64, QM68. 5th Avenue, West 38th Street, bus stop has been removed. West 37th Street, 5th Avenue, West 37th Street, Broadway, 7th Avenue, West 37th Street, and along with West 32nd Street, 7th Avenue, bus stops has been kept for connections to bus routes and along with 123 trains. And M1, M2, M3, M5, M55, QM21, M5, M7, M20, M55, QM1, QM2, QM4, QM5, QM6, QM10, QM12, QM15, QM16, QM17, QM18, QM20, QM24, M34 and M34A SBS buses, M7, M20, M34, and M34A SBS buses. 123 subway trains are available. Now, let's see. All right, Q33 will continue and remain to serve 82 82nd and 83rd Streets, but will be rerouted on the northern end to serve LaGuardia Airport Terminal A instead of 23rd Avenue. Service on the 23rd Avenue will be discontinued and replaced by the Q47. Wow. All right, so average stop spacing existing right now, 705 feet. Proposed is 1,242 feet. And M60 SBS, Q19, Q29, Q32, Q47, Q49, Q53 SBS, Q63, Q66, Q69, Q70 SBS buses. All right, so let's get to it. 74th Street, Roosevelt Avenue, bus stop is kept for connections to the 7EFMR trains. Q32, Q47, Q49, Q53, SB, Q53, and Q70 SBS buses. Bus stops that are removed. Hold on. Roosevelt Avenue, 76th Street, that's removed. Roosevelt Avenue, 78th Street, bus stop is kept. Roosevelt Avenue, 80th Street bus stop has been kept. Roosevelt Avenue, 80th Street bus stop has been removed. Roosevelt Avenue, 82nd Street bus stop has been kept for the 7 train, Q29, and Q32 buses. 83rd Street, 37th Avenue bus stop taken off. 83rd Street, 35th Avenue bus stop kept. 83rd Street, 34th Avenue bus stop taken off. 83rd Street, Northern Boulevard, 83rd Street, 32nd Avenue bus stop has been kept for Q32, Q63, and Q66. 83rd Street, 31st Avenue bus stop removed. 83rd Street, 30th Avenue bus stop kept. 83rd Street, 25th Avenue bus stop has been removed. 83rd Street and Astoria Boulevard bus stop has been kept for the M60 SBS, Q19, Q47, Q69 buses. Bus stops that are removed due to new routing includes 85th Street, 24th Avenue, 23rd Avenue, 23rd Avenue, 87th Street, 23rd Avenue, 89th Street, 23rd Avenue, 92nd Street, 23rd Avenue, 94th Street, and 95th Street, Ditmars Boulevard. Ditmars Boulevard, yes. Ditmars Boulevard, Marine Terminal Road, Bowie Bay Boulevard, Fiorello Lane, LaGuardia Airport Terminal A are added to the existing bus stop. Of course, M60 SBS, Q47, and Q69. Let's see. So the rest is looking like the same thing. I'm gonna actually just mention if I didn't mention anything. And of course, let me see. Northern Boulevard. Did I mention Northern? No, I didn't mention Northern Boulevard. Oh shit. All right. LaGuardia Airport, Terminal A, and Ditmars Boulevard, Grand Central Parkway, has been added to the new bus stops, to the existing bus stops. Q19, Q47, M60 SBS buses. Bus stops that are removed due to new routing: 94th Street, Ditmars Boulevard, North 94th Street, 23rd Avenue, 23rd Avenue, 92nd Street, 23rd Avenue, 90th Street, 23rd Avenue, 88th Street, 23rd Avenue, 85th Street, 82nd Avenue, Astoria Boulevard, kept. M60 SBS, Q19, Q47, Q69, 82nd Street, 25th Avenue, 82nd Street and 30th Avenue bus stop is kept. 82nd Street, 31st Avenue bus stop has been removed. 82nd Street, 32nd Avenue bus stop is kept. 82nd Street, Northern Boulevard, northwestern corner has been taken down. 82nd Street, Northern Boulevard, southwestern corner is the added existing bus stop for the Q63 and Q66. 82nd Street, 34th Avenue bus stop removed. 82nd Street, 35th Avenue bus stop is kept for the Q49. 82nd Street, 37th Avenue bus stop removed. Roosevelt Avenue, 82nd Street bus stop is kept for the 7 train and Q29. Roosevelt Avenue, 80th Street removed to improve speed and reliability. Roosevelt Avenue, 78th Street, and along with 74th Street, Roosevelt Avenue bus stops are kept. All right. Q49, Q53, Q70 SBS buses. 7 EFMR trains. Q47, Q32, Q47, Q49, Q53, and Q70 SBS buses. Now we go to wait. What happened to shit? What happened to the Q40, Q30? What happened to the Q35? Hold on. What happened to the Q34? Holy shit. All right. Um, Holy shit. All right. So Rockaway Park, Brooklyn College. The Q35 will be extended east in the Rockaways to terminate at the Beach 108th Street Ferry Landing. It will be rerouted to it. It will also be rerouted from Newport Avenue to Rockaway Beach Boulevard. The Q35 will have limited stop rush service along Flatbush Avenue, north of Kings Plaza, where the B41 will serve local stops. Overnight, the Q35 will continue to make local stops on Flatbush Avenue. Seasonal routing to Jacob Reese Park Bathhouse will be maintained. Whew. Reverse direction of Beach 108th Street turnaround. Stop changes on the Q35 on Flatbush Avenue will be implemented with Queensbus redesign. Sheesh. And proposed connections for 2, 5A, and S trains. B2, B3, B7, B9, B11, B41, B44, and B44 SBS, B46, B46 SBS, B47, B82, and B82 SBS, B1, B100, B103, Q22, Q53 SBS. Now, average stop spacing it currently is 898. Proposed is 1,203 feet. Damn. That sucks, man. That really has to suck, though, man. All right. Avenue H, North Street Avenue, kept. Flatbush Avenue, Kings Highway, kept. 2 and 5 trains, B11, B41, B44, B44 SBS, and B103. B7, B9, B82, and B82 SBS buses. Flatbush Avenue, Quentin Road, Flatbush Avenue, Avenue S, will only be served overnight for B2, B46, B46 SBS, and B100. Um, Flatbush Avenue and Avenue U, along with Flatbush Avenue, Marine Park Golf Course, Flatbush Avenue, Aviator Field, Flatbush Avenue, Floyd Bennett Field, Flatbush Avenue, Aviation Road, Marine Parkway Bridge, and Rockaway. What is it? Was it Port? Rockaway Port Boulevard. PT. Yeah. That stop. Those stops are kept. Rockaway Beach Boulevard Bathhouse number 2 stop only served seasonally. Rockaway Beach Boulevard and Beach 149th Street southwest corner is kept for the QM16. Um, the stop that's been removed is by Rockaway Beach Boulevard and 149th Street Southeast. And added to the existing bus stops are Rockaway Boulevard, Beach 147th Street, Rockaway Beach Boulevard, Beach 141st Street, Rockaway Beach Boulevard, Beach 137th Street, Rockaway Beach Boulevard, Beach 133rd Street, Rockaway Beach Boulevard, 129th Street, Rockaway Beach Boulevard, Beach 123rd Street, Rockaway Beach Boulevard, Beach 119th Street, Rockaway Boulevard, Beach 115th Street, Rockaway Boulevard, Beach 112th Street, Beach 108th Street, Rockaway Boulevard, Beach Channel Drive, Rockaway Ferry. Okay, hold on. Beach 108th Street, Rockaway Boulevard. No, excuse me, Rockaway Beach Boulevard is the new stop location. Beach Channel Drive, Rockaway Ferry is the adding existing bus stop. Okay, has been added to the existing bus stop. Okay, so QM16 A and S trains, Q53 SBS, Q22, Q53 SBS, and of course Q50, Q22. Right. And bus stops that are removed due to new routing are Beach 147th Street, Nepossit Avenue, Newport Avenue, Beach 141st Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 143rd Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 140th Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 139th Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 137th Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 135th Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 133rd Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 132nd Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 129th Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 127th Street, um, Newport Avenue, Beach 125th Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 123rd Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 121st Street, and of course, Newport Avenue, Beach 119th Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 116th Street. Bus stops that are taken down due to new routing are Newport Avenue, Beach 116th Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 118th Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 120th Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 122nd Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 124th Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 126th Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 128th Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 130th Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 132nd Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 135th Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 136th Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 138th Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 140th Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 142nd Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 144th Street, Newport Avenue, Beach 146th Street, Beach 147th Street, Deposit Avenue, Beach 147th Street, Rockaway Beach Boulevard, as well. Now, added to the existing bus stops are Beach Channel Drive, Rockaway Ferry, Rockaway Beach Boulevard, Beach 110th Street, Rockaway Beach Boulevard, Beach 116th Street, Rockaway Beach Boulevard, Beach 118th Street, Rockaway Beach Boulevard, Beach 124th Street, Rockaway Beach Boulevard, Beach 124th Street, Rockaway Beach Boulevard, Beach 129th Street, Rockaway Beach Boulevard, 133rd Street, Rockaway Beach Boulevard, 137th Street, Rockaway Beach Boulevard, Beach 141st Street, and Rockaway Beach Boulevard, Beach 145th Street. And of course, connections to the Q22A and S trains, Q22, Q53 SBS buses, QM16, QM16, yeah, and Rockaway Beach, 141st Street, Rockaway Beach Boulevard, Beach 145th Street, Rockaway Beach 149th Street bus stop is kept. Rockaway Beach Boulevard Bathhouse number 2 stop only served seasonally. Beach 169th Street, Rockaway Point Boulevard. Oh, Rockaway Point Boulevard. Okay, that's what PT stands for. I stand corrected. Flatbush Avenue, Aviation Road, Flatbush Avenue, Floyd Bennett Field, Flatbush Avenue, Aviator Field, Flatbush Avenue, Marine Park Golf Course, Flatbush Avenue, Avenue U, are kept, along with the B2, B3, B9, B41, B46, and B46 SBS and B47 buses. Yeah, B2, B46, B46 SBS, and B100. Flatbush Avenue and Utica Avenue, Flatbush Avenue and Troy Avenue are the bus stops that's only served overnight. And that's for the B2, B46, B46 SBS, and B100. Flatbush Avenue and Kings Highway, along with Avenue H and North Strand Avenue. Bus stops are kept for B7, B9, B82, B82, SBS. Subway trains are the 2 and the 5 train, B11, B41, B44, B44, SBS, and B103. And Q36 Little Neck Parkway, I am going to stop right there. After I go over what's going on for the Q36. The Q36 will be rerouted in Queens Village from 212th Street to 212th Place and Jamaica Avenue to Hillside Avenue and Springfield Boulevard. The Q82 will replace service on 212th Street and 212th Place, and Q110 will replace service on Jamaica Avenue. The Q36 will have limited stop rush service along Hillside Avenue, where the Q1, Q3, and Q76 will serve local stops. On weekends, the Q36 will now operate its full route to the Little Neck LIRR station. Wow. Yeah, so F train, LIRR, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q12, Q17, Q27, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q43, Q46, Q48, Q54, Q56, Q75, Q76, Q77, Q82, Q88, and Q110. Average stop spacing right now is 780. Proposed is 1,251 feet. What the hell is the NTA thinking? All right, so eastbound to Little Neck Parkway, 161st Street Terminal Bay 6, 161st Street Hillside Avenue bus stop has been removed due to new routing. The temporary new stop location is 168th Street Terminal North. For connections to the Q6, Q8, Q9, Q17, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q75, and Q110. Okay, so Hillside Avenue, 168th Place is kept for subway F train. Q2, Q3, Q30, Q31, Q43, Q75, Q76, Q77, QM8, QM68, excuse me. Bus stops that are removed due to rush service are Hillside Avenue, 171st Street, Hillside Avenue, 175th Street. Hillside Avenue, 180th Street is kept for connections for F train, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q17, Q43, Q76, Q77, QM68. Oh shit. Hillside Avenue, 171st Street, removed to provide nonstop rush, and of course Hillside Avenue, 175th Street, removed to provide nonstop rush service. Hillside Avenue, 180th Street, that bus stop is kept for subway train Q1, Q2, Q3, Q17, Q43, Q76, Q77, QM68. All right, I'm going to stop right there. I'll come back and circle back on the Q36 in the next episode. I want to get to the other topics. So let me just hop on to the next topic. Let me see what else we got to talk about here. Oh wow, floodlighting. I forgot about that. Oh wow. Okay. All right. Wait. Okay, floodlighting. All right. All right. What is floodlighting? What is floodlighting? I am going to actually floodlighting. What is floodlighting? What does floodlighting mean? Floodlighting. All right. We're gonna go into we're gonna go to the next section segment right here. Um Chatting on the Jasmine, and I want to start off with floodlighting. This word came to my attention, and I'm not sure why, but I want to actually go over this. So let's get into it right here, right now. What is floodlighting, you ask? Um, Hold on. What is going on here? Yeah, what is floodlighting, you ask? Um, Damn, this is crazy, man. Never heard of this before. So floodlighting, okay, when it comes to no floodlighting as far as dating. Okay. All right, so let's get into it. Gen Z's crazy idea when it comes to dating, floodlighting. So what is floodlighting? Floodlighting is the latest dating trend making waves on TikTok where people share deeply personal or emotional details too soon in a relationship, often in an attempt to accelerate intimacy. Originally coined by um, Brene Brown, floodlighting refers to overwhelming someone with vulnerability in a way that feels more like a test rather than an attempt at genuine connection. While it may seem like a a way to fast track closeness, it can actually push people away. Here are three signs you may be floodlighting and how to stop it. So you immediately overshare personal traumas. Floodlighting often comes from an honest desire for connection, but can backfire. Imagine going on a first date, the spark feels instant. They laugh at your jokes, their eyes brighten when they see you, and by the third drink, the conversation is flowing effortlessly. They seem open and accepting, so you think, why not? Oh man. One moment you are sharing a lighthearted story about tripping in front of your class. The next you are diving into the bullying that followed, detailing painful memories your date wasn't quite prepared to hear. Um, if you find yourself constantly sharing deeply personal stories, past breakups, childhood traumas, or mental health struggles within the first conversation, you might be floodlighting. Some people floodlight because they mistakenly believe that such vulnerability creates instant intimacy. Instead of strengthening bonds, oversharing can make the other person take a step back, creating emotional distance rather than closeness. And of course, a 2022 study published by Psychological Reports found that anxiety, attention seeking, and social media addiction were significantly associated with excessive oversharing online among adolescents. While this study focuses on digital self disclosure, it highlights the role of underlying emotional needs, such as a desire for validation or difficulty regulating boundaries and shaping oversharing behaviors. Vulnerability is valuable in relationships, but timing matters. Pause, reflect, and choose gradual disclosure. Before oversharing something deeply personal, ask yourself, why am I sharing this right now? Is this the right moment in our connection for this level of openness? Am I expecting something specific in return, such as validation or reassurance? Additionally, floodlighting isn't just about where it's shared, it's also about what is expected in return. Many people who floodlight don't just open up, they unconsciously wait for the other person to match their level of vulnerability. And of course, the second part, um, yeah, you expect instant emotional reciproc. Hold on, you expect instant emotional reciprocity. Opening up in a new relationship should be a mutual process unfolding gradually as trust develops. But when someone floodlights, they often anticipate immediate emotional reciprocity, reciprocity, expecting their date to share their own deep vulnerabilities in return. Imagine pouring your heart out to your date, so engrossed in recounting a personal story that you fail to notice their silence. When you finally look up expecting understanding and empathy, you are instead met with confusion, discomfort, or even indifference. You assume that by being open, they would do the same. But instead of feeling connected, you are now stuck in an awkward silence. The moment that felt lighthearted and enjoyable just minutes ago now feels tense and unfair. Excuse me, excuse me, unfamiliar. You feel exposed, maybe even betrayed. Meanwhile, your date isn't sure how to respond. According to social penetration theory, relationships develop through gradual layers of self-disclosure, often compared to peeling an onion. Ew. Intimacy deepens slowly over time, beginning with more superficial details, then progressing to personal attitudes and eventually leading to deeper emotions and experiences. Floodlighting disrupts this natural re- relational rather progression by pushing too much depth too soon, which can create an unbalanced dynamic where one person overshares while the other person feels pressured to reciprocate. Result in a false sense of intimacy as deep disclosures without foundational trust can make the relationship feel closer than it actually is. Um, and let me see. So it's important to give others the space to open up naturally instead of diving into heavy topics. Um, instead of diving into heavy topics and instead of diving into heavy topics, hold on a second. Just yeah, instead of diving into heavy topics, um, let's see. Build emotional intimacy over time. Here's how you can do that in practice. Match the depth of the conversation. If your date shares light, fun stories, do the same instead of shifting to serious topics too soon. Oh man. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Floodlighting. Oh my gosh, man. This is one of the craziest ideas I ever heard. Anyway, follow the 3 date rule for deeper disclosure. Oh man, hold up. There actually is. Hold up. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Man. Oh, let me get that out of here. Oh shit. Um match the okay. Match the depth of the conversation. If your date shares light, fun stories, do the same instead of shifting to serious topics too soon. Follow the 3 date rule for deeper disclosure. Save discussions about past trauma or vulnerabilities for when you've had at least a few interactions and and mutual trust has formed. Ask open, ask open-ended but light-hearted questions instead of what's your biggest fear. Try what's something surprising about you that most people don't know. This keeps the conversation engaging without emotional overload. Pay attention to verbal and nonverbal cues. If you if your date seems withdrawn or hesitant, slow down. Let them take the lead in how much they want to share. This way, emotional intimacy develops naturally rather than forcefully, leading to more balance. Have hold on. Wait, more balance. Hold up. Wait a minute here. Um, Wait, more balanced. Hold up a second. Hold on. Where was I? Yeah, more balanced, healthy connections. Um, Even if floodlighting isn't met with immediate immediate acceptance. Immediate acceptance. Right. Um, you might find yourself continuing to share, testing whether the other person will truly accept all parts of you. Um, and of course, the third idea is you use vulnerability to test acceptance. Vulnerability is a powerful tool for connection, but when it's used to test whether someone will accept you, it can create unintended emotional pressure. Instead of encouraging genuine intimacy, oversharing too soon can become a defense mechanism, one that covertly seeks reassurance rather than connection. Imagine you've been talking to someone new for a while and they seem perfect, checking all the boxes and green flags you've been looking for. You are excited for your first date, but a nagging doubt lingers. End quote. What if they don't like you as much as you like them? To ease the uncertainty, you test the waters. You start small, sharing something light, something safe. They respond in kind. Encouraged, you go deeper. They reciprocate again, then you take the plunge, sharing something truly personal. You convince yourself if they are the right person, they'll understand, won't they? But their reaction isn't what you expected. Instead of acceptance, there's hesitation, discomfort, maybe even withdrawal. And just like that, you convince yourself it's over before it even begins. Wow. A study published in Emotion Review suggests that emotional co-regulation, where partners mutually influence and stabilize each other's emotions, is a key factor in maintaining healthy relationships. When vulnerability is shared too soon as a test, it can disrupt emotional balance by placing too much weight on the other person's reaction rather than allowing intimacy to develop naturally. Build self acceptance first rather than seeking validation externally. Here's how you do it: build self confidence. Ask yourself, am I sharing to connect or to test their reaction? This awareness can help you distinguish authentic vulnerability from validation seeking disclosure. Practice self validation before seeking reassurance from someone new. Affirm your own worth through journaling, self reflection, or therapy. Create emotional safety within yourself instead of relying on a date's response to feel okay. Remind yourself that you are worthy regardless of their reaction. By cultivating self-acceptance. You remove the need for external validation, allowing your relationships to grow from a place of confidence and mutual connections rather than uncertainty and fear of rejection. Yeah, I'm not alone in all this, man. I am the typical person who has, fear of rejections and stuff, like from job applications, not just job applications, but like, certain individuals, certain individual women that I talk to. But, you know, there's always lessons to all this though, man. And, and, and of course, this is according to Forbes, folks. In case you're wondering, this is according to Forbes. Um, yeah. All right. Seeking depth in conversation isn't a bad thing. In fact, it can be a sign of emotional intelligence and a desire for meaningful connection. If you naturally gravitate towards deep topics rather than more surface level small talk, that's perfectly valid. Talking about real feelings, your passions, struggles, and life experiences is what fosters authentic relationships. However, it's important to be mindful of your intentions and timing. Remember, floodlighting isn't a shortcut to intimacy, it's often a gamble with emotional exposure. True connection isn't about testing who can handle you, but about having the courage to be patient. Trust that real intimacy unfolds in its own time. Yes, that's according to an article from Forbes. I don't know why Gen Z comes up with the craziest ideas, man. That shit is so funny, man. Oh man. Oh shit. Oh man, this is so funny, man. Let me see. Let's go to all right, let's go to Drake. Let's go to Drake. All right. According to People, Drake is teasing his next project, whether or not his fans are ready for it. The God's Plan rapper, who canceled the final dates of his Anita Max Wintour, shared on Instagram post, um, which took place on Monday, March 10th, telling fans about his next chapter. In the cryptic caption, Drake, age 38, said that it may leave fans feeling uneasy. I grew up non-confrontational and always treated his game as a sport where my pen won gold. But my these days, the podium has been hard for all of us to ignore, he wrote. I understand that this next chapter may leave you feeling uneasy, but I hope you see my honesty as clarity, not charity, that answers some questions about, especially about the unanswered texts you've been sending me. And let's get rid of that. Um, in the Instagram post were images of Drake in a restaurant along with some selfies, a screen grab by of Daniel Day Lewis from the movie The Phantom Thread, and a picture of a room lit by blue lights. Aha. Drake's post also included a video of him in a white fur coat swatting away falling confetti, along with a picture of two Zofran pills, which is a medication that prevents nausea and vomiting caused by chemotherapy, radiation, or surgery. Excuse me, per the Cleveland Clinic. Drake's enigmatic announcement comes over a month since Kendrick Lamar performed his Grammy-winning disrespectful track "Not Like Us," aimed at Drake during the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show bringing their rap to a national stage like no other. And of course, Lamar's February 9th performance was packed with Easter eggs about Drake, including a minor necklace and Drake's ex, Serena Williams, making a surprise appearance dancing the Crip Walk. Drake teasing his next era also comes weeks after it was announced that his Anita Max Win Tour dates in New Zealand and Australia were being postponed due to scheduling conflicts. We are actively working on rescheduling these dates along with adding some additional shows. The statements from February 26th read, all tickets for the affected shows will remain valid for the new dates. Refunds will be available for those who prefer, but please note that as these shows are sold out, any refunded tickets will be released for sale. The statement added, in quote, we sincerely apologize for the inconvenience and appreciate your patience. Drake and the entire team have had an incredible time doing these shows and are excited to return soon. We look forward to sharing the rescheduled dates with you as soon as possible. Jiminy Christmas. Jiminy Christmas, man. Jiminy Christmas. Damn, Mets are getting swept. They're getting swept, man. That's crazy, man. Anyway, let me just continue off with this. Let me continue off with this though. Um, all right. Next topic in regards to Bow Wow. All right, let's go into it right here. This was a while back actually, and this is from Hip Hop Wired. Bow Wow treats fans to an exclusive in-studio performance of his iconic hit "Let Me Hold You" on the 20th anniversary of its release, exclusively on Hip Hop Wired. Dropping back in 2005 as a lead single off his fourth studio album, Wanted, the track still hits just as hard today. Featuring R&B star Omarion, who you may know from B2K, the song became an instant smash, climbing to number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 and solidifying Bow Wow as one of the biggest young stars in the game. Um, for the anniversary set, Bow Wow, whose real name is Shad Moss, proved exactly why Wanted was a movement. The album was stacked as heat, delivering back-to-back bangers like Fresh as I'm Is, Do What It Do, and Like You featuring Sierra. Every track kept him heavy on the charts and in rotation on 106 in Park, um, making him a staple in mid 2000s hip hop and R&B. Um, and Of course, the project didn't just showcase his evolution; it cemented his legacy as one of the youngest to ever do it at that level. And his nickname is Mr. 106 in part because his music videos has always been at number one. That's how he got the nickname. That's how he got the nickname. So, Bow Wow's influence, hang on a second, on hip hop culture runs deep. From his early days as a pint sized prodigy under Jermaine Dupri's wing to dominating the 2000s with platinum records, blockbuster films, and cultural moments, he's been a force in the game. He paved the way for young rappers to be taken seriously, proving that age was just a number when it comes to making hits. His impact extended beyond music. His presence in films like Mike and Roll Bounce made him a household name. Love him or hate him, Bow Wow's resume is undeniable. He is a hip hop legend stamped for life, and he's also Mr. 106 in Park, if I forget to mention. So, congratulations to Bow Wow. He was also featured in the BET Awards. I think it was because of the the 106 in Park reunion, which I will talk about in a future episode. All right, I will talk about that in a future episode. And so yeah, I will talk about that in a future episode. All right. All right. I'm gonna go on to the next topic. But this time it's going to be for a different segment. This segment is, hold on a second. Let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it. Hold on a second. Let me find it. I haven't done this segment in a while called Crunch Tech Mentions. We're gonna be getting into the Pixel Watch 3 loss of pulse detection. We're gonna get into that right here, right now, in this segment right here, because this is crazy, man. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. Oh my goodness. Oh shit, man. Um, this is crazy, man. Um, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Um. All right, let's get into it right here. All right. Wait. Wait. Um. I had another one. No, 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 no. I had another one. Hold on a second. I had another one. Yeah, there it is. There it is right here. Okay. All right, let's get it. Let's get into this right here, man. Before I forget. Oh gosh. Okay. Um. That's not what I'm. Hold on a second, folks. Hang on. Hang on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Trying to look for it. Look for it. Look for it. Um. Um. Yes, the Pixel Watch. Yeah, we're gonna get into it right here. You're probably wondering what. Probably wondering what the whole hassle of losing money is about. I will gladly explain to you what the issue is. Come on. Come Come on. That's not what I had in mind. What the hell? Hold on. Where's that topic? I had the topic. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes. Found it. Okay, here's the deal with the Pixel Watch 3 loss. Right here. Here's the deal. And this is according to the folks from Mashable.com. Started rolling out its loss of pulse detection for the Pixel Watch 3 users in the US. The rollout started on Tuesday as part of the latest personal safety Wear OS app update, version 2025. And this took place, was it March 19th? March 19th. Um, it's via 9 to 5 Google. It's a gradual rollout that will become fully available over the next few weeks. So if you're not seeing it yet, keep checking back. The feature works by using heart rate sensors on the part of the Pixel Watch that touches your skin. If it detects the absence of a pulse, it will vibrate and send you a message asking if you are okay. If you don't respond within 15 seconds, the Pixel Watch will play a loud sound and start a countdown, according to the Pixel Watch support page. After this, it will call emergency services, share an automated message, and your location. Loss of pulse can occur from several issues, including cardiac arrest, respiratory or circulatory failure, overdose, or poisoning, the page read. Oof. Wow. 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 Let's see. Loss of pulse detection for the Pixel Watch 3 received clearance from the Food and Drug Administration in February and was initially slated for release in late March. It has been available in the EU since September of last year. Um, the enable loss of pulse detection, go to the Google Pixel Watch app on your phone, then tap safety and emergency from there. Tap loss of pulse detection to set up the feature. Your Pixel Watch 3 must be updated to the latest version for this to work. This is one of several health and safety features Google has developed for the Pixel and Pixel Watch. Previously, it launched fall detection and irregular heartbeat monitoring. All right. All right. All right. The moment that you've been waiting for. I want to actually get these fun stuff out the way. Actually, fun activities to do for the weekend. No, actually, better yet, let's knock out the video game topic. Let's knock out the video game topic out the way, shall we? Um, all right. All right, let's get into the situation in a segment that I like to call um, the video game entertainment newsroom. All right, we got some stuff that we got to talk about here. Um, there's some stuff that we got to talk about in here. So let's get into it right here. All right, what's going on with Xbox, you ask? All right, let me what's going on with Xbox. Um, and this is according to the folks from IGN. All right, this was posted recently in an article of IGN. So here's what's happening here. Microsoft has announced a partnership with AMD to power the next generation of Xbox, including its first party future Xbox consoles. End quote. Announcing that we're building the next generation of Xbox first party devices and cloud, including our future Xbox consoles, together with AMD, Microsoft said in a statement published online. Microsoft failed to detail its plans, but did promise next level performance, cutting edge graphics, breakthrough gameplay, and unmatched compatibility. It also said everything it's working on will be fully compatible with users' existing Xbox game library. Um, We've established a strategic multi-year agreement at AMD to co-engineer silicon across a portfolio of devices, including our next generation Xbox consoles, Microsoft said. End quote. Together, we're delivering deeper visual quality, immersive gameplay, and AI-powered experiences. Can't believe this shit is still around. Grounded in a platform designed for players, not tied to a single store or device, and fully compatible with your existing Xbox game library. In a video, Xbox President Sarah Bond said Microsoft was investing in our next generation hardware lineup across console, handheld PC, cloud, and accessories. The news confirms Microsoft's plan to release another home Xbox console as well as an Xbox handheld. No release date was mentioned, but Bond did say, in quote, "We can't wait to show you what's next." Earlier this year, Microsoft was reported to be targeting a 2027 release window for both its next gen Xbox and its Xbox handheld at the time. It was said that the next gen Xbox would be more like a PC than any Xbox before it and would support the third party storefronts such as Steam, which I will do a separate episode and what that is and what it contains and what it's about. The Epic GOG. Comments from Bond in today's video back that up. This is all about building you a gaming platform that's always with you, so you can play the games you want across devices anywhere you want, delivering you an Xbox experience not locked to a single store or tied to one device. Bond said. That's why we're working closely with the Windows team to ensure that Windows is the number one platform for gaming. In the shorter term, Microsoft is partnering with third parties on Xbox branded hardware such as the Xbox Ally. This is a handheld gaming PC that runs on a version of Windows 11 designed to be more usable on a handheld. Expect a release later this year. So, so yeah, so yeah, there you have it right there. Now, to some fun activities to do for the weekend. I got y'all with a lineup. I got a lineup for you folks out there for you to check out. Actually, so let me. Damn, what is going on with this, man? All right, I got a lineup for you folks for you to actually get excited for. Um, and this is remains to be seen. All right, remains to be seen. I'm gonna start off with what's going on in Brooklyn. If you want to know what's going on, here's the segment right here. Remains to be seen.
Remains to be seen, kid. Get it? Remains to be seen.
I got a lineup of fun activities for you folks at home that's living in the New York area, whether you are in the tri-state area of New Jersey, Connecticut, the five boroughs, and even Long Island. Are you ready for some fun activities that you would like to do for the week and weekend? I got y'all with the first event that's going to happen starting tomorrow. Listen, make sure you hurry up and get your tickets to Uncle Ralph McDaniels presents the video music box experience. Doors will be open. No, excuse me. Doors will be open at 6 p.m. The show will start at 8 p.m. You have to be 21 and up. All right. So this is this is Uncle Ralph McDaniels and Friends classic hip hop and old school party. Of course, yes, this is the video music box experience with special guests includes Paris Smith from EPMD, Grand Poobah, Dre's from Black Street, Africa Junk from Jungle Brothers, Milk D, Audio 2 Strafe, Set It Off, Keith Thompson, Break for Love, the Bush Babies, Milkbone, and plus additional surprise performances. And it takes place in the Brooklyn Bowl. It takes place in the Brooklyn Bowl, co-rated and produced by Lake Development and Video Music Box. Now, where it's located, I have to see. I gotta see actually. So yeah, so I think where does it take place though? Hold on a second. Yes, so the address to the Brooklyn Bowl that has the Video Music Box Experience event takes place at 61 Wythe Avenue. That's Wythe, Wythe Avenue. All right. Brooklyn, New York, 11249. And of course, you can follow the Brooklyn Bowl on social media, including X, Facebook, and Instagram. All right. So, and if you have any questions, you can reach out to them at 718-693-3369. All right. And of course, to get there, well, wait. Nah, you know what? You know what though? Um, you know what? I'm not gonna even so in order for you to go, you would have to plan ahead. You would have to plan ahead as far as like the trains that you're going to be taking. Now, in case there's any train delays or anything like that, you might want to plan ahead in advance. All right. So there you go. Hurry up and get your tickets for that action right there. All right. Let's go to Fanatics Fest for all you sports fanatics out there. Fanatics Fest is happening starting tomorrow. If you want to go to the Saturday one, you might want to hurry up and get your tickets for the Saturday event. What's happening tomorrow? Manning, Eli Manning, Caleb Williams, Bryce Young, and C.J. Stroud. Franchise faces 10:30 to 11:15. Derek Jeter, Alex Rodriguez, aka Rod, Spike Lee, and more are going to be there. Only in New York, 27 rings. That's going to happen between 12 and 12:45 p.m. 1:30, Tom Brady, Travis Scott, and Michael Rubin are the special surprises. 3 to 3:45 p.m. Kevin Costner and Michael Strahan, Sports Film Hall of Fame. Suni Lee, Malik Neighbors, Russell Wilson, who is a New York Giant player, and Allen Houston, and more. New York versus the World starts at 4:30 p.m. to 5:15 p.m. Let me see. And for Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Stephen A. Smith. This is presented the theater presented by Meta. For all right, so for Saturday, Visa Center Stage, Stephen A. Smith, Molly. Hold on a second, if I could, Molly. Wait, Molly. Molly Q. E. Rim, Tracy McGrady, and Chris Webber. First take 10 to 12 p.m. 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Will Warren and more. Uh, John Boy, State of New York baseball, 12:30 to 1:15 p.m. 12:30 p.m. to 1:15 p.m. That's in the afternoon, folks. Ron Gronkowski, Julian Elderman, Robert Kraft, Roger Goodell, and Mark Wahlberg, dudes on duty. Dudes on Dudes on dudes. 1:45 to 2:45. Tom Brady, Emma Roberts, select 3:30 to 4:15 p.m. Schefter, Robert Kraft, and Chris Webber. Adam Schefter from the Adam Schefter podcast is going to be there. 4:45 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Dwayne Wade and D'Angelo Russell, Time Out in the Backyard podcast is going to be there. 6 to 6:45 p.m. Dick Sporting Goods stage, Wade Boggs and Xavier Scrubs off base podcast, 10:30 a.m. to 11:15 a.m. Tracy McGrady and More Club 520 podcast, 12 p.m. to 12:45. CC Sabathia and More Subpar Golf podcast, 1:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. to 2:15 p.m. Excuse me, and Cam Jordan and Cheryl Swoops of Off the Ledge. No, excuse me, Off the Edge with Cam Jordan, 3 p.m. to 3:45 p.m. Ice Cube and RG3 Out of Pocket with RG3, 4:30 p.m. to 5:15 p.m. Dwight Howard, Ice Cube, and More Above the Rim with Dwight Howard, 6 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. Adam Silver Club 520 podcast is also going to be there. So it's going to be there. Um, Club 20 Club 520 podcast is going to be there. Adam Silver and more. Ice Cube and Ariel Helwani, the Ariel Helwani show, 3 p.m. to 3:45 p.m. Damar Hamlin and PJ Tucker and more. Alton Sports, 4:15 to 5 p.m. David Meltzer, the Playbook Podcast, 5:30 p.m. to 6:15 p.m. That's Friday, June 20th. Now for let me see. Yeah, so I think the Saturday one is already sold out already. I think the Saturday one is already sold out already, actually. So let me just yeah, so the Saturday one, let me see what's going on for Saturday. Saturday, 10 a.m., the theater presented by Meta. CD Lamb, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, and Keegan Michael Key, catching fire. 10:30 a.m. to 11:15 p.m. Jaden Daniels, Joe Montana, Dan Marino, and Taylor Works, the 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 QB playbook, are going to be there from 12 p.m. to 12:45 p.m. LeBron James, Tom Brady, Victor Wemba, hold on, Wembani, Wemban Yama. Okay, and more. The shop live are going to be there around 1:30 p.m. to 2:15 p.m. John Cena and CM Punk and more. The WWE SummerSlam kickoff is going to be there from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Joe Burrow, James Harden, Odell Beckham Jr. and more. Style in Motion, 5 p.m. to 5:45 p.m. The Visa Center Stage Overreaction Monday with Rich Eisen, 10:30 a.m., 11:25 a.m. Keenan Thompson, Mike Piazza, Doc Gooden, and more are going to be on SNY's Baseball Night in New York from 12 p.m. to 12:45. Carly Lloyd, Juju Watkins, Cynthia Cooper, Regina Jackson, and more. She's Got Game podcast is going to be there, 1:30 to 2:15 p.m. Um, LeBron James and Steve Nash, Mind the Game, 3 p.m. 3:45 p.m. Jacob Fatu, Tiffany Stratton, and more. Mental Mania presented by We the Hobby, 4:30 p.m. to 5:15 p.m. Draymond Green, Keegan Michael Key, and Pat Surtain. Why is Draymond Green talking about football with Jordan Schultz? You have to find out while they'll be there at 6 to 6:45 p.m. Dick Sporting Goods stage, the Rico Bronya podcast by Evan Roberts, who's also from Evan and Tiki on SNY, is going to be there from 10:30 a.m. to 11:15 p.m. Excuse me, no. I'm sorry, 10:30 a.m. to 11:15 a.m. That's in the morning. Gianni Infantino and Jordan Schultz, World Cup Live 1-on-1 fireside chat with Gianni Infantino, 1:45 p.m. to 2:15 p.m. Levels to this with Cheryl Swoops and Tarika Foster Braisby, 3 p.m. to 3:45 p.m. Keegan Michael Key and Lawrence Jackson, Fantasy Football Happy Hour with Matthew Berry, 4:30 p.m. to 5:15 p.m. The Rizzler, the Makeshift Podcast, is going to be there from 6 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. And that's okay. So Cold as Balls stage. Oh shit! Tom Brady and Kevin Hart, Cold as Balls episode 1 is going to be there from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Victor Wembanyama and Kevin Hart, Cold as Balls, episode 2 12 p.m. to 12:45 p.m. Jamar Chase and Kevin Hart cold as balls. Oh shit. Cold as balls. Episode 3, 1:15 p.m. to 2 p.m. Oh shit. 4th and 1 with Cam Newton, 3 p.m. to 3:45 p.m. Ray Mysterio, O'Shea Jackson, and TJ Jefferson, no contest wrestling. They're gonna be there by 4:15 p.m. to 5 p.m. Glory Days with Johnny Manziel, 5:30 p.m. to 6:15 p.m. Jaden Daniels and Josh Harris command the room, 6:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. And for Sunday, um, Cooper DeJean, Brandon Graham, Brian Dawkins, Nick Foles, and more. The champs are here. 10:30 a.m. to 11:15 a.m. Kevin Durant and Taylor Rooks. Easy Money 101 fireside chat. 12 p.m. to 12:45 p.m. Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford World Tour Boxing Press Conference 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Visa Center Stage, Kelly O'Hara and more. Sports are fun with Kelly O'Hara, Marshawn Lynch, Michael Robertson, and Brees Hall. The Get Got with Marshawn Lynch and Michael Robertson, 11:45 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Aaron Jackson, Kendall Coyne, Schofield, and more on her turf presented by Peacock. 1 p.m. to 1:45 p.m. The Michael Vick Live, 2:15 p.m. to 3 p.m. Dick Sporting Goods Stage, Joe Pompliano and Kristen um, what is it? JUSCZCYK. I don't want to butcher the last name. I'm just going to spell it out. Yahoo Finance Sports Report. It's going to be there from 10:30 a.m. to 11:15 a.m. Brandon Tierney and Wayne Shrebet. Unkillable with Brandon Tierney. He's going to be there from 12 p.m. to 12:45 p.m. Allison Kutch and Brandon Graham, Sunday Sports Club with Allison Kutch. They're gonna be there from 1:30 p.m. to 2:15 p.m. Cold as ball stage. Oh man. CD Lamb and Kevin Hart are gonna be there for the Cold as Balls episode 4 from 10 a.m. to 10:45 p.m. to 10:45 a.m. I'm sorry, 10 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. Special guest and Kevin Hart Cold as Balls, episode 5, 11:30 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. Paul Rodriguez and Kevin Hart Cold as Balls, episode 6, 12:45 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Of course, y'all can check out these podcasts on every streaming platforms, wherever you get your podcasts, all right? So that's starting tomorrow, June 20th, June 21st, and June 22nd. Hurry up and get your tickets if you're going to get this Saturday. If you want to go to the Saturday joint, you might want to hurry up before they sold out. You got the Friday one, and you have the Sunday event, all right? So there you go right there. And it takes place at the Javits Center, all right? Go to www.fanaticsfest.com. All right? So there you go. All right. All right. So Hot 97 is back with Summer Jam 2025. Here's what's happening here, man. Here's what's happening here. And you can get your tickets by Ticketmaster. You can get your tickets by Ticketmaster, and I'm gonna tell you who's gonna be there. All right. So get ready for the ultimate hip hop experience. Hot 97, the New York's #1 station for hip hop, is turning up the heat with Summer Jam 2025. This one night only event promises an unforgettable experience, bringing together some of the biggest names in hip hop all on one stage. As the largest hip hop concert in the US, Summer Jam is a true celebration of the culture. Get ready for the ultimate hip hop experience. Hot 97, New York's #1 station for hip hop, is yeah, yeah, for the culture. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I think there's a typo here. Anyway, it might be a typo right there though. Anyway, so this year's lineup includes A Boogie with the Hoodie, Gunna, Glorilla, Money Long, Asaki, Ira Star, Ja Rule and Friends, and plus a tribute to Irv Gotti, who passed away. Cash Doll, Bobby Condas, and Jabba, featuring Masika, Diamond Platinums, Jim Jones and Friends, Cash Cobain, 41, Kyle Rich, Jen Carter, Tata, and surprise special guest. Part of the Prudential North to Shore Festival. All right, so it's going to take place at the Prudential Center in New Jersey. In New Jersey, all right? So hurry up and get your tickets. Hurry up and get your tickets, man, before they sold out at Ticketmaster. And of course, premium seating, 12 guests, and all that other stuff is included. So hurry up and get your tickets. All right. Next event I want to actually mention is next event that I want to mention is next event I want to mention about our mermaids in Coney Island. According to the Brooklyn paper, yes, so the creatures of the Atlantic Ocean will shimmy up the beach and onto the boardwalk on June 21st as the 43rd annual Coney Island Mermaid Parade returns to mark the unofficial start of summer. Actually, tomorrow is the official day of summer. Yeah, tomorrow is the official day of summer. Like, oh man. Yeah, if you're gonna go to the parade, go to the summer jam and all the other stuff, make sure you bring some water with you, man. Like a Poland Spring, whatever you could get and buy from your local convenience store bodega. All right. As I was saying, around 5,000 participants are hard at work sewing together their homemade costumes and finishing up their lavishly decorated floats, according to Coney Island, USA, which hosts the event each year. They'll be accompanied by marching bands, drill teams, and antique cars, plus thousands of spectators. Billed as the largest art parade in the country, the Mermaid Parade is a celebration of ancient mythology and seaside ritual, according to Coney Island, USA, and is one of the borough's most beloved traditions. So there you go, right there. And yeah, every year participants build and rebuild their glittering floats and costumes to fit new themes and stories. At the end of the route, they show off for the judges who confer and award prizes for the best floats and musical groups. For some, taking part is pure fun. Longtime participant Rico Rodriguez, for example, builds the Track the Pirates float almost single-handedly every year before his friends and family gather to finish up the fine details hours before the parade. Others are using the glittering procession to convey a more serious message about protecting Coney Island, the beach, and all its inhabitants from pollution and climate change. No matter what marchers say, the Mermaid Parade is a symbol of real New York tradition and joy. Last year, Jan Aiello who marched the route with her husband and son and their two puppets, both meant to warn about environmental destruction, told Brooklyn Paper the parade was the antidote to that 21st century despair. At the head of the procession, rolling through the route in an antique wicker chair, will be this year's Neptune King and Mermaid Queen, Eugene Hutz and Queenie Satine. Our king and queen this year are two amazingly talented and artistic New Yorkers, said Coney Island, USA artistic director Aiden Wren in a statement. Hutz is a singer from the band Go Go Gungo Bordello, which basically created gypsy punk, Wren said. While Satine is a longtime fixture of the local club scene with a new solo single to be released just after the parade. We're so excited to welcome these two boundary pushing artists as our royalty, Rin said. The 2025 Mermaid Parade will kick off on June 21st, which is a Saturday coming up at 1 p.m. The route starts at the corner of West 21st Street and Avenue, rolls down Surf Avenue to West 10th Street, then turns down to the boardwalk where it ends below the parachute jump. Tens of thousands of spectators attend each year, and all New Yorkers are invited to dress up and take part in the parade. Advanced registration closes. Yeah, that shit already closed already. Tuesday, June 17th. But latecomers can register. You can, but not to worry. But latecomers can register in person on the morning of the parade starting at 10 a.m. And all participants can take part in judging and try to win one of a series of awards for best costumes, best floats, and more. Bribery is not just allowed but encouraged, per the Coney Island USA website, as a chance for a little extra creativity. After the parade, participants and spectators alike can follow Ren, the Mermaid Queen, and the Neptune King down to the beach for an annual ceremony where they toss fruit into the ocean as an offering and mark the officially unofficial opening of the beach for the season. The celebration will continue through the night at the ticketed Mermaid Ball at the Sandbar on Surf Avenue. All right. If you're gonna go to the parade, make sure you grab your H2O in a bottle, which is water, with you. Some Poland Spring. All right. And I think I'm gonna cover one more place, man. One more place, actually. One more place I'm gonna cover, actually. Actually, one more place I want to cover, actually. Now, whatever places I don't get a chance to talk about is going to be I'm gonna hold I'm gonna hold it for another time, actually. So let's get into Murray Hills, Koreatown, um, with Homecoming NYC Food Crawl, and there's also Restaurant Week. Restaurant Week is happening at 21 restaurants. So let's go to, let me see, 21 restaurants. I'm gonna skim through I'm gonna skim through all this. So it starts from June 16th to June 30th. All right. So it's gonna be a variety of stuff, which includes it includes Japanese, Greek, Malaysian, Italian, Mexican, and many other cuisines, highlighting the authentic flavors that make College Point a hidden gem for food lovers. Food lovers. All right. All right. Let me see if there's any names of the restaurants. Actually, let me see something. Yeah, you can register for the nah, hold on, reusable, some shit like that. Yeah, let me just go over this though, man. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, the promotion is organized by the Queens Chamber of Commerce, the College Point Board of Trade and NYC Small Business Services, and was first launched last year as the area's inaugural College Point Restaurant Week. The event offers a 20% discount coupon for dine-in and in-person pickup at participating restaurants, featuring cuisines from around the globe. The promotion shines a spotlight on the incredible diversity of Queens, often called the world's most diverse borough, by celebrating authentic flavors from a wide range of cultures. Yeah, and you can register for the reusable discount coupon here, then use it at multiple participating restaurants throughout the 2 week celebration. Annual event not only provides diners with a great deal, but also delivers a welcome boost in foot traffic and support for small businesses in community. All right, some restaurants that are included are Boots Tijuana and Barzola, Duck Donuts, El Vincentino, Greek Kitchen, House of Saturn, Cafe, Ileana's Bar and Lounge, um, Kelly Chinese Restaurant, Las Delicias, Las Tres Mango Grill, Mr. Dre Kitchen and Bar, Mr. Mario Paulo's and Paulo's A La Bresa, Nana Teriyaki, Nona Delia's, Other Way Kitchen, Sweet Tooth, The Healthy Point, Tarzarella, Valer- Valerio Bakery Cafe, Whitestone Pizza, and Yummy Mandarin Lou. All right, so these are the participants that's going to be there. Let me see. Um, yeah, so after the success of last year's inaugural event, which had 16 participant restaurants this year, um, many eateries have joined in on the festivities with 21 participating eateries. Uh, customers can also view a special restaurant map that uh, illustrates the promotion's route and participants. Many venues are in close proximity to one another and provide a perfect weekend experience, indulging in a variety of cuisines. To view the list of participating restaurants and more information, you can go to Queens Chamber of Commerce website. All right. I mentioned Murray Hill, right? Murray Hill is also getting in on the action too. So get ready to eat your way through Queens, Koreatown. This is from QNS website. In case anybody didn't know, it's from QNS. Yes, QNS. That's where it's from. Yes. All right. So Homecoming NYC is serving up your next food adventure with its latest food crawl. Food crawl, this time spotlighting the flavorful streets of Murray Hills, Koreatown, in the heart of Queens. The vibrant community, home to a list of culinary gems, is hosting its next food crawl on Saturday, June 28th from 2 to 4 p.m., providing guests with the chance to indulge in delicious food and explore the neighborhood and its stories. With warmer days in full swing, the food crawl provides the perfect setting to explore Murray Hill. Their latest event, called Find Your Seoul, includes a curated list of local restaurants, a grocery store, and a mural art landmark in the neighborhood. The food crawl will give visitors the opportunity to explore hidden gems in the area, indulge in modern and traditional dishes, and learn more about the stories of the people and dishes behind the neighborhood. Each ticket includes admission to the crawl, a taste of a dish from each partner vendor, and a 20% tip for each vendor. A portion of each $65 ticket purchased from the food crawl will be donated to the Asian American Federation, a local nonprofit which works to amplify the voices of Asian immigrants in NYC, which is New York City, of course, by addressing critical community needs such as economic empowerment, mental health, safety, and civic engagement. The food crawl features a lineup of culinary gems in the area, including So Man, Somanan, Kimbat, Ma Sil, Northern King Dumpling, Han Yang Mart, H&Y Mart, um, Jeonju Korean restaurant, Color of Sound Mural, and Jung, Joong Koog Jip. Of course, you can see their menu samples for the event here. Homecoming NYC, which was established in 2021, organizes food tours throughout neighborhoods in New York City that showcase the unique flavor and diversity throughout parts of the city, while also sharing the history and unique stories of each neighborhood. The organization partnered up with the Asian American Federation in 2024, and since then has collaborated on multiple events highlighting the Korean its culinary delights while putting a spotlight on the neighborhood, which is often overlooked for the neighborhood of the same name in Manhattan. This past February, the duo hosted a Korean New Year family dinner featuring an evening of authentic Korean dishes and cultural conversation. And if you want to learn more about Homecoming NYC or purchase a ticket for the food crawl, you can go to their website to get more information. All right. I'm gonna wrap up right here, man. I'm gonna wrap up right here because I got something I want to say in regards to the 400 episode milestone. So there you have it right there, folks. Um, there you go, right there. Let me set this up. All right. All right, let me set this up. Come on. All right, all right. All right, we're gonna go to the last segment of the night. Last segment of the night. We are going to go into hang on a second. We're gonna go into stream choices on the go. If I could get this thing to work. Yeah, if I could get this thing. All right, so I'm gonna go to stream choices on the go. Damn. Stream choices on the go. Hold on a second, folks. Um, this is not happening. Okay, I'm not panicking here, but I'm just trying to finish this episode right here for you folks out there. All right. All right. Okay. Um, yes. Yes. Stream choices on the go, man. Let's get into it right here. Let's get into it right here, right now. All right. All right, make sure you follow Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York Avenue podcast on Bluesky Social, Facebook, Threads, and Instagram, alongside with my other the Sports Edition show, Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, my entertainment review show, Meticulous Values podcast, also on the same social media platforms that I just mentioned. And you can also follow me on Threads as well as my Instagram handle G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. All right, and we're going to actually get into where you can actually listen to the episodes and streaming platforms and stuff. So I want to actually get into it right here. So yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So you go to the link in bio, you're gonna see some streaming platforms where you can listen to audio episodes such as Odyssey, Audible, Audio Burst, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts. Don't forget to rate 5 stars over there. Castbox is Castbox FM. These are Listen Notes, Moon FM podcast, Overall FM podcast, Pandora, newly added streaming platform, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podo Polo, Panorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Podcast Guru, Podcatcher, Podcast Republic, Snip, Spotify. Add the podcast to your Spotify playlist. You can also listen on Spotify for creators. You can also comment on the episodes and topics in today's episode, and all that great stuff right there. All that great stuff right there is is included. And Tune In Radio, Fountain, Good Pods, iHeartRadio, the number one app where you can listen to your favorite music artists, such as rappers, alongside with singers in R&B and other music genres, radio stations, and podcast shows and episodes for free. You don't need a credit card or debit card to download iHeartRadio. All you need to do is follow and subscribe to the podcast on every streaming platform that I just mentioned. You can also download it to your iPhones, Android phones, iPads, Android tablets, laptops, Apple, Mac, and Dell laptop models. All right, and yes, you can also make sure you subscribe to the channel G Money Stacks 555 for more live video podcast episode live stream recordings. Of course, leave a like and a comment. Tell me how you feel about the changes in the bus routes that I just mentioned in today's episode, and alongside with bus removals and 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 other topics that I just mentioned, including some fun activities to do for the weekend. And of course, like I said, add the podcast to your Spotify playlist. And of course, enable alerts so you'll be notified on when I'll be on the air via live stream for new episodes, new topics, and of course, video episodes uploaded to the YouTube channel page. All right. So, of course, make sure you actually share the Linktree link with your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, girlfriends, people you're cool with from work, along with streaming platforms that I just mentioned. Um, and of course, new episodes Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on every streaming platform, including YouTube, whenever you listen, stream, and watch your podcast. All right, that's gonna wrap it up for me, man. That's gonna do it. I'm your man G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator. Thank you very much for listening to the 400 episode milestone. And I like to say the title of the episode 400, if I may. If I may, name the episode is the 400 milestone proud podcaster, dedicated to me, man. I'm really proud of myself. I appreciate every single one of y'all for hanging out with me and being on this journey for me, reaching the 400 episode. It's my way. It's my way to inspire you not to give up on your podcast that you're trying to start. There is no right or wrong way for you to start a podcast and stuff. Remember, the grind doesn't stop. Hard work pays off. If you want something, you have to work hard and earn it. It's not gonna be given to you on a fucking silver platter. You need make sure you find your niche, your talent, and be consistent, be confident in what you're trying to do career wise, whatever it may be. Of course, and of course, If you're creating content like myself on YouTube, including podcast episodes, make sure you are on your P's and Q's creatively, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. That gets you into your zone, alongside with tunnel vision that gets you into your zone. All right. So, like I said, man, I like to thank every single one of y'all for for listening to every episode, and tell me how you feel about the Queens Bus redesign, as far as the bus changes and the destinations being changed and stuff. Let me know in the comments in the YouTube channel space, man. I want to hear from you from the areas of Queens. All right. I'm about to be out of here, man. And I got more of the bus routes in the next episode and the following episodes that's happening. In case you didn't know, there is a Queens Bus redesign that's happening on the 29th, which is a Sunday. And I want to pull up a website, man, where you could actually make a difference, because there's going to be an event that's happening on June 28th. On June 28th. Let me find it right here, right now. You can go to Passengers United at www.passengersunited.org. And of course, QBNR is going to take you to a page where you can actually register and get more information. And of course, they'll provide you with a sign that you're trying to protest on some bus routes, your bus stops and stuff that you're trying to save. All right, so that's www.passengersunited.org/QBNR. All right, I'm gonna be out of here. I hope y'all have a nice weekend. Hope y'all enjoyed National Martini Day and all that other stuff. And yeah, I'll be back with more new episodes on the flip side and stuff. Peace and one love. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. Because this is only the beginning of the heat wave, and there's going to be a heat wave next week. So make sure you have your water and all that other stuff, your Poland Springs, and if you're boiling water, that's good too. So peace and one loves. Be careful. Be safe out there. If you don't have to go anywhere as far as work or any other activities, please, and also, please do not go under a tree during a thunderstorm like the team did earlier. All right. I'm out of here. Peace. Good night, everybody.